Discussing. Oh wait, no. What am I doing?
Wait a minute. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, listen,
everyone.
we are live.
Oh, we are.
Live.
Oh,
We're
so,
live. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube,
Hey.
Instagram.
hey.
Listen, we need to check and see
where
if
we
we're on
looking?
Instagram.
Because there's so many cameras.
Okay, so
We got
this
the
is
one
behind
camera.
The scenes.
Mm-hmm.
This is the live, and this is
Nikki's
the behind
like, where's the
scenes.
camera?
It's this way.
Look how Nikki's looking.
That one.
This way. The camera's
Okay.
this way.
Got you.
Okay.
Yes, but the goal is we don't have to look at the camera. You know what I mean? We're just going to have
We're
this
just having a
conversation. That's it. The camera's
Let's
just
move.
capturing our conversation. But listen, hey guys,
Hi.
welcome to our first live episode
We are
of
live.
You're Not Invited. I almost said Girl Take No Podcast, but you're not invited.
So what are we
Test to see if
live
you can
on? Facebook?
Facebook, I'm going to look on Facebook right now.
That's exactly what I was about to do.
And
Guys, make sure you share this broadcast as you come in.
Yeah.
Hit the like button. Let's run up the algorithms. Hello TikTok.
gonna go to
Hello
Facebook.
Sam's the Family page. The behind the scenes. You guys have been on with us for a little longer.
Sam's the family.
Yes, and the girl, take note. Make sure you guys share the broadcast. Come on.
Yes,
Come
guys.
on.
Yes.
Do it.
Come on, what's going on with my reception? Okay, here we go. Yes, we are live on Facebook. I see you on
And
Facebook.
can you hear? Let's test the audio real quick. Yeah. Yep,
We
okay,
can.
okay.
I can hear it.
I can hear it.
And now I'm going to go to YouTube. Can somebody look on Instagram for me? Because I can't see my Instagram account.
Okay, so now you pause it. Pause it.
That's Nikki.
That's Nikki?
I just
Oh,
took
okay.
it off. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, good. All right, so we
I
can
just
hear
wanted to
this
share it
guy.
on my page. So.
Yes. Yay, we're live on YouTube.
Of course. Of course. I'm always caught with the craziest of faces.
The way it looks is so crazy,
like-
though. But you know what? We're there. And can you look on Instagram for me? Because I can only see my own Instagram. In order to see my live, I have to log into a different account.
Okay.
And I can only do that on my phone. Hey, what's going on TikTok? We are live on TikTok as well. TikTok is getting more behind the scenes.
Yep.
What you guys are not getting. But listen, we got a really good show for y'all today.
Yes.
There is so much to talk about. There's been so much going on.
Yep.
It's just been a lot. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I like it every 2 weeks, because we got a lot more to talk about.
We have a whole lot to talk about.
We got a lot more to
So
talk
let's
about.
talk about these chairs.
Well,
This
listen, no,
studio-
first of all, Jackie, this is your first time recording
In studio.
because
Yes, it
Nikki's
is.
been in
I was
studio.
about to say she hasn't been.
I've been upstairs.
She's been upstairs, and she's been here when I was building it.
Yes.
Right.
But she's never actually recorded with me
And
in
sat
the studio.
We're sitting in the pink chairs, guys.
Listen, these chairs are
These
so much
chairs
better.
are comfy and they're
Beautiful
soft.
and
We on live and my feet are showing, but you know what? That's okay because I'm gonna put my foot up here anyway.
Your toe's not done.
My toes are done.
Oh, okay, well, then
you
you
know,
good.
but I'm like, I know y'all's like, girl, anybody trying to look at your feet on live?
It's all
Unless you
good.
got a foot
It's all good.
fetish.
good.
You
Hey,
know?
Nikki.
Hi.
What's going on? Hey, Shawnee.
Hey, I mean, yeah, we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Okay, let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Shawnee Sanders.
I'm Jack Sams.
And I'm Nikki DeVerger.
Yeah, and you are watching You're Not Invited.
You're not invited?
You're not invited?
You're
You
not
didn't get the
invited?
invite?
No.
You didn't get the invite?
Sure?
I didn't get the
invite.
invite.
Didn't get the
Okay.
invite, Jack.
All right.
Listen, we have a very packed show. We have so much to talk about.
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
we
we
should probably
do.
start what we all just found out just like not too long ago, like recently that just happened, which is what is his name? Oh my God, I just forgot his name.
What's his name?
The one who just got charged with sexual assault.
Oh, the guy from Creed 3.
Yes, the
Creed
guy from
3.
Creed 3.
I've been trying to
Jordan. I just said his name. Literally, I just said his name. Can somebody look it up? Because I just said his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well,
He's the co-star from Creed 3. He's one of the lead people from Creed 3, and he has just been charged with sexual assault.
unfortunately.
And I don't know the details of it yet,
Right,
though. Like, I
so-
haven't read all the details.
So
Right.
what I've heard is that it's the girl he's dating, and
Oh.
allegedly,
Currently?
yes, currently dating this girl, and they were having a disagreement. His name is Joanthan Majors,
Joanthan Majors.
Okay.
Yes, that's
and
his name.
apparently he was strangling the girl he's dating.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yes, so that's what they're
Oh,
saying, but
my
I don't
goodness.
know how true it is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. He just
But
really
you know
fucked
what?
up.
It's what happens when you start blowing up.
But you know what? With you at
Things
this
happen.
level, and he's been in multiple things
He's been
now,
in multiple
multiple
movies.
movies, and he's a really good actor. I really like him
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, you know what level you're at.
Right.
Why would you?
Why would you fool around or get yourself? But you know what?
We don't know what happened.
And, yeah, we don't know, so we're not gonna.
And people-
we're gonna say allegedly.
Yeah,
She
allegedly.
could've, right? We're gonna say
Purposefully
allegedly.
tried to piss him off.
Well,
She
allegedly,
coulda.
his ass has been arrested. Now that's not
Right.
alleged. That
Well,
is
that's-
true.
okay.
He's
But-
been arrested, but we don't know what details.
But the thing about it is that just because you're in the limelight and just because you're famous doesn't mean that you're without fault. And
Exactly.
I think that
Exactly.
most of the time, because people are in the limelight, they're actors, they're glorified,
Yeah.
that we feel like they're more perfect than a human being. Like they're
Apparently
human.
Yeah.
they do.
And
They
they
are.
come with their stuff. You know what I mean?
They
And
do.
sometimes they feel that way too.
And some, yeah. And,
Yeah.
and so the thing about it is that, like, if this is not what happened, then this is terrible.
Yeah,
If this is what happened,
It's
then that's terrible.
terrible.
that's terrible.
You know, it's just
Yes.
it's just
Yeah.
terrible across
and
the
you need
board.
help if that's how you're reacting to
Right.
whatever is happening.
So this is
in
somebody
your
you're
relationship.
dating, and you can mistreat, like allegedly, if this is what actually happened.
Yeah.
You're mistreating the person that you care about like that. And if it's not the case, right,
Mm-hmm.
then the person that you're supposed to be loving on is lying on you.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
It's
you know,
terrible.
and
It's terrible either
and I
way.
hope that, you know, this is just not. This is not a win-win situation.
No, it's not.
The only way that you win in this situation is a learning experience.
yeah,
But it's
Yeah.
terrible as women that, you know, because there's a lot of cases where wives have been assaulted, and because it's your mate, people
Yeah.
haven't looked at it like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. They
So-
feel like it's a fine line when it
it's a
comes to that
fine
because you're
line
married to
between
this
that.
person.
And
You
so-
know,
never
But
heard
abuse
that.
is abuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It
why there's a
is.
lot of cases where it's a domestic violence situation and people get away with it because it's like a fine line
Oh,
between
no.
Yeah.
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 So
so it's a sad situation, but that story just broke today,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe not too long ago.
would say
Actually,
yesterday.
was it yesterday? Oh, I thought it was today. Yesterday, and it was just shocking because, like I said, Creed 3 just came out.
And we're watching it today.
And I wanted to see it myself. And he's been in so many different movies that I really liked him in, you know, and it's sad to see this happening. It really
It
is.
is.
And if it
And do
is
you think-
happening, he needs to get help for
well,
himself.
do you think this is going to affect the sales of the people watching the movie? You think people are going to go watch it because of this or more? Or you think people are going to not want to watch it?
Well, I
because
just said I'm going to watch it. That
Well,
was
you know
a
what?
plan
I think-
anyway. But
yeah,
at the
I
end
think
of the day,
people-
they made a lot of money. So
I think people will still watch the
People will
movie,
still watch it.
Yeah.
but I think whatever other things he had in the works, I think it's already important that people are starting to take that stuff away now because nobody wants to be associated with even the allegations of sexual
Right.
assault.
and
You know
at
what
the
I
end
mean?
of the day, in a month from now, they're not going to remember this. Unfortunately, that's what happens in
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
You get the slap on the back of the hand for a moment, and then it just goes away.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
That's true.
So that's why people feel who are, in the limelight that they are invincible because of things just so miraculously just disappearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I mean, that's true. But, nobody's above the law. R.
Nobody's
Kelly
above-
proved
and-
that.
and nobody's above correction. Like
Nobody's above
you like the thing about it is,
I don't
okay,
know
if,
about
if,
that.
if the law, but if the law is not, if the law is not in place, because the law is funny. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it
I don't
is.
know.
And so, but you're always gonna pay for something.
I feel like
karma.
people- I feel like
at
people-
some point in your life, if you're doing these kind of things, they say you reap and you sow.
Yeah.
There's some people who have actually done some stuff that are illegal, who are not in jail.
Right.
That I can name a few.
Right.
And so yes, people do get away with it.
Well, they get
People-
away with it but in general. You know what I mean?
You know what? This is what I feel like. People have gotten away with a lot of this stuff for a very long time, but the Me Too movement came, that has really started holding people accountable, and people do get away with a lot of stuff. I mean, that's just
Especially in politics.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
Donald
we-
Trump. You know what I'm saying?
that
Like he
part.
got away with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he still became president. So what does that tell you about this country?
That's what
So-
I'm saying. What I'm saying.
Yeah, he still became president. You can still do all types of shit and still be president of this country.
Now that's the truth.
Not a black man
That
though,
is
but
the
a white
truth.
man can. But not a black
Politics
man.
is politics in other countries. There's a lot of politics going on. There's a lot of
Politics
corruption.
is so corrupted. It is so
It's
corrupted.
corruption.
It is so
there's
corrupted.
corruption
It is.
everywhere.
Speaking of corruption, let's talk about Xscape and this drama.
Oh.
Well,
First of all,
I'm
do
upset I
y'all watch
can't.
the show? I love the show.
Okay.
Let me tell you about the episode of the Xscape and the SWV show. So they're talking about going on tour, right?
And I want to go, but I can't because I'm gonna be out of town.
Listen, and I know it's going to be a good show.
It's gonna be a good
So
show.
they're talking about going on tour, and what killed me is that last episode I just saw is that Xscape said that they sold more records and they have more hits than
Than
SWV. So they wanted SWV to open
For
them, and Coco jumped up, and Coco was like, "Bitch, I don't." She's like, "Bitch, I sold 30 million records. I am nobody's opener." And you know what? I felt her on that because it's right. There's like, we can co-headline, but
But how
then
you do that? You both come out at the same time. You just hit.
this is what
sing a
Candy
hit,
was trying,
sing
because
a hit.
Candy is such a businesswoman, and so her thing was that where it all works out when it comes to the money. So if you have somebody's going to get paid more than the other, you know what I'm
get more?
saying?
But why is it that somebody has to get paid more than the other?
You see, and that's what SWV was saying.
Yeah,
but
why is it-
Candy is like, that's just how business works. Like headlines and who's going to get more, whose name is at the top of the
true.
bill versus who's not. And so that's what SWV was like. Oh, so this come down to not Lily, the other girl, not Coco. What's the other one name? Tahaji.
Tihaji.
Tihaji. She was
Tihaji,
like,
yeah.
oh, so this comes down to money.
Is it Tihaji?
Taji. She said it
Taji.
comes down Taj. Let's go call it
Taj.
Taj.
Yeah,
She
Taj.
said it comes down to money, and at the end of the day, that's exactly what it comes down to. It. But how do y'all feel about that? SWV was so fucking offended. They was offended.
I mean,
SWV is like icons, and I didn't realize.
Yes,
that
I agree
I
with
thought
that.
because I did see one of the episodes, one or two, and did they say that they were both celebrating? They were both celebrating their 30th anniversary. So did.
Is it
SWV
both of them?
And,
I know it's
and-
SWV.
and Xscape came out at the same time. I thought.
No, I
SWV
think it's
came out
SWV
before.
celebrating their 30th.
I thought they were saying like. both
No.
of them.
I'm not sure, but
You know what's so crazy? Coco was like, "Shit, we paved the way for y'all to come out as a girl
that's
group."
true. Now,
And
she
that's
did.
true.
That is true.
That is true.
And
That is
so
true.
and so like they're on their way to I believe iconic.
They are
They
iconic.
are iconic.
Because especially young girls, growing up in our era, that was like, oh, you saw yourself.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
remember
saying?
the days that we would be going to what Greek Fest,
Right.
Oh,
Jones
yeah.
Beach,
Yeah.
Right.
be
Yeah.
blasting SWV.
What?
Yeah.
Man, listen,
Come on.
that just aged me, right?
Right.
But yes, I said Jones Beach.
Yes.
Yes. Listen, Greek Fest.
Those of you who don't
Greek
know who
Fest,
Jones
baby.
Beach is, that's
Greek
New York.
Fest. Greek Fest.
That's a New York thing.
But it was. And I felt offended for them because I'm like, you guys are right. Y'all should co-headline together. Xscape just think that they're just, above them because they feel like they have more hits. That's what they believe. They have more songs.
But
they have
why
more
does it
hits.
have to be
They
that
said that their
way?
songs is more recognizable almost.
Why? But
SWV?
why?
No, Xscape. Yeah. Tiny
I
kind of
don't
mentioned
know.
that their
Listen,
song was a little
weak.
bit more recognizable. I
You're
get
not-
so
what was it?
weak in the knees.
But why is it that we just can't be talented all together? Like, why
I
you
don't
gotta?
know. It always some
decide?
kind of egos come into play.
It doesn't make any
I
sense.
think that I don't know. Like I don't.
Okay, Miss Artist, yes. Tell us what you
Okay,
think.
no, the thing about it is that SWV to me, like although Assault and Pepper came out a long time before, I
Right.
kind of put them in that kind of
Yeah.
Right.
kind of thought process.
I agree.
TLC and Xscape and all that other stuff to me is like that I thought about that and maybe because it was the Atlanta and it was the pioneers. I look at
Yes.
SWV like the pioneers.
They are.
So when I feel like you just put some respect. Like I understand
Some respect
like
on that
when
name,
it comes to
respect on my
like
name.
going
Put some
on
respect
and
on my
making moves in their careers. Candy's done very well as a writer and Tiny and they've done well in reality. But honestly, this is not SWV's first go around when it comes to reality
Sure
shows.
is
They've done a lot of reality shows.
They have.
And so
And they're still touring.
They're just to me more laid back.
Yeah.
In their persona as a group, and I think they've always showed up that way. Like they've had hits, but they've always been chill. They haven't been like in your face.
No, they
But
haven't.
you know what? I also realize there's a lot of artists out there that from back in the days had hits that are still touring, like CeCe Peniston.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
even surprised. Big Daddy Kane. Everybody's
SWV
out there
is still
making
touring.
it.
Like,
they're
they're
still
really
making
big
money.
touring.
They should, because if you think about some of the old rock and roll stars,
Yep.
they never stopped touring.
Do you
Never.
know how
Stop
long
doing it.
Grateful Dead toured?
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
no,
Like, they was iconic,
no,
and those people followed them forever.
all those
That
those
is
big
correct.
rock artists. They did like age wasn't a thing.
No,
They always had their crowd.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just now coming, like we felt like because hip hop was such a new thing that it was something wrong with you aging.
Yes, in hip hop.
And now
yeah.
we're just
Like,
trying
you age
to,
out.
You age out.
age
You know what
out.
I'm saying? Even with R&B.
Isn't that
you
a
would,
shame?
You would age out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always the thing to be younger and to
Mm-hmm.
be but now I think we're just now kind of coming to grips and not hating on getting older. And I feel like that was
Yeah.
whack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was.
could-
It was
because in
really
other-
disrespectful.
In other careers, in other cultures, you didn't age out like that.
No, you didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're still great artists. They still got great voices.
Yeah.
But
you
I
know?
think it comes to. I think it's because, like I said, I didn't know people were still touring. You know that you haven't seen in a long
In a long time, yep.
You know, so I think
And they're
now-
still big, like overseas.
Yes, overseas,
You
you'd
know,
be
in Africa.
surprised.
You know what I mean? They tour and they make good money.
They
Just
make
over here in
good
the U.S., that's
money.
when we aged them out. But
Right,
overseas
right.
and all those other
They're
places,
still
they
interested
still
in
want
the
them.
music and in the artists.
Just
It's
like
about
Flo
the music.
Rida. I'm like, Flo Rida. Flo Rida
Flo
ass.
Rida,
Flo in.
he's now an artist that
He's
people
like an
sleeping on him.
international artist.
He's
I didn't know that either.
He's paid. He does
Yeah, he
really
is.
well.
He does well. He might not get much recognition here.
At one point.
Yeah, at one point he did.
did.
But he was big overseas. Like, they fucking love Flo Rida.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
Listen, speaking of the Xscape stuff, so there's more drama to this Xscape whole thing is now with
between Xscape itself.
yes, Latasha and her. Listen, always
And
been
Candy.
issues with Candy and Latasha, right? But now it's like it's Latasha going against her sister. And then all this other drama that's been
About-
coming out with
with the
Latasha, her
husband,
husband.
and
It has
cheating.
been so
$30,000.
The $30,000.
Yes.
And,
How do you guys feel about? Listen, I
That's
felt
terrible.
like she wasn't lying.
Oh, she's.
I felt like
I saw
because
a live
Tasha
with her.
came on
Yes.
live, but
I
you know what?
saw
Tasha
it.
did her own video and came
She
out
responded to it.
and responded and said, "You really trying to paint her sister as a liar." Showed different clips of her sister saying, "I was wrong. I hurt my sister. Yeah, I didn't. I said that about Candy. Yeah, that wasn't true." You know,
Wait,
really
what-
try.
what do you mean?
Latasha came out and recorded a response to her
Sister-
sister's live that she
right.
did.
With her
and-
daughters?
And she shut it down.
No, just Latasha by herself.
Okay.
She shut it down.
She tried to shut down all the rumors about, oh, we stole money from her. And throughout her recording, she painted her sister as a liar. That's what she said. Her sister got problems.
I could
She's
never
a
do that.
liar. And she posted all these different clips of her sister recanting her story about some of the
Right.
stuff. A lot of stuff she said about Candy. But a lot of stuff she said about Candy is because I went against you guys because you guys was trying to come against my sister. I was
Sister.
always
She was
going to
trying to
protect my
protect her
sister.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm on her side. You know what I'm saying? She said, I always protected her. So that's why I went against you, Candy and Tiny. That's why she said, y'all know I would never go against her for y'all.
As family.
What they're saying that this
But-
husband is a narcissist.
I believe it.
And they're saying, I don't know if you saw some of the behind the scenes clips of him kind of coaching her.
I saw
on
it.
what to say on their TV
Yes.
show.
I didn't
Isn't
see
that
that.
crazy?
Yeah, and they're saying that the money was deposited in his account. And the thing about it is that
was
we
it
don't know-
30,000 was deposited in his account?
30,000 was deposited in his account.
Wow.
Now he's saying it's not true, but I also saw him on
He
live with
said-
Tasha K.
I did too. Talking about how they shared Latasha and her sister shared an account, so that's why the money went into that account. Did you hear him say that?
You know what? I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw some of the things.
I heard him
where,
say it.
Where
She's
because
like, I heard him say it.
because Tasha K interviewed the mistress,
Yes, she did.
and
Let me tell you, honey,
and
this
what-
story is getting real spicy.
It's getting. Oh yeah, so he had
I
a
know he was-
5-year.
I know.
Supposedly, allegedly, had a 5-year relationship with this this other lady, but then now they're saying there's more women coming out.
Yeah.
And so thing about it is that he's appearing and even in the way he was talking to Tasha K.
Yeah.
And he was trying to drop like, I'm a part of something bigger than what y'all think, and y'all don't want to mess with me. To me,
Like,
it
what?
felt like it was kind of like, are you threatening people?
He
I
does
felt
then.
like
Like,
and
you're
you know what's
trying
so
to bully
crazy?
people?
Her sister said that he is a bully.
like
Like
he
he
was
does
bullying.
that. Like I don't know what he's into, but he liked to bully and threaten people.
Yeah,
a
so-
lot, and people stop because for some reason they're afraid of him.
Right, and
What-
so
what-
and he's been very quiet. So
I'm
now
like, is he Illuminati himself?
Did you
well,
say?
I don't know.
What
I don't
did
know
you
how
just
it
say?
is.
Illuminati.
I don't-
I mean, I
can't
have so
with
many
you.
people requesting to come on live to TikTok. I can't bring nobody in. I'm saying Illuminati because
I don't know.
why
I'm
are
like,
people
we
so?
saying that word again?
I'm just saying.
say
I
that
know we're
word.
not going to say the
Why
word
you
again.
keep on
But all I'm
saying
saying
this
is that
word?
why are people so afraid of him?
I
I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
don't know. I didn't even know him before this.
I
So-
don't either.
How about I still don't know him?
Right, and so, but I just recently, because if you go through, I call scrolling. If I, when I'm scrolling and
Yeah,
strolling,
yeah.
I will bump into information, and I'm like, yo, the way he's talking, he's like he's trying to kind of like slick bully her a little
He
bit. You know
is.
what
What
I'm
is
saying?
this
Yeah.
guy's
and,
name?
and Tasha K is,
She said that
was-
he threatened her. She's like
He-
not doing that. She said, but he has called ever since she came out with the mistress interview. He's called her. He's threatened her. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? And she was like, I'm still doing this shit anyway because Tasha K
She
don't
don't
care.
care.
But what's so funny? Watching that interview with the mistress,
I didn't watch.
and
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I watched the
didn't watch
interview with her. One, what kills me with
But he don't
these
look like
women is that
nothing.
one, she didn't consider herself.
It's his mouth. It's not
No,
how
it's
he
never.
looks.
It's not about that. It's about
It's
whatever.
how he presents.
Yeah, how he presents himself with his wife's money now, because he don't have no money. He does not have any money himself. All the money he makes is through Tasha. That's the only money he has is through her. But it was such a funny thing because she came out because she got mad because she felt like she was lied to.
Tasha K?
No,
Oh no, the
the
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
So she felt like she was lied to, and everybody was saying, "Well, bitch, what you think?" Of course, she was lied
Yes, she
to.
was
One,
lied to.
you messing with a married man, and so Tasha asks us, "Do you feel guilty?" She said, people saying I'm like the side chick, but no, I'm not no side chick. Then what are you then?
He's a married
He's a
man.
married man, and I feel like saying you're right. You're not a side chick. You're a mistress. That's what you are. You're right.
You want
They
to make it sound
rephrased
better,
it.
mistress? Okay.
A mistress, because she said we was in a full-blown relationship, and and he lied to me. He's supposed to be moving money, and I'm like, girl. Of course he lied to you.
But that's
not
what they
gonna
do
tell you.
if they're
That's
gonna
what
be
they
in. You know, I mean,
He got to tell you something.
There's no trust amongst thieves.
There's no trust amongst the
Jackie,
you-
100%.
you like.
You think you getting the truth?
There's no trust amongst thieves, and we've all been in situations as women where we have been
lied to.
lied to.
Lied to.
So I'm
Lied
not
to.
saying that you can't change. I'm not saying all that, but in that moment, there's no trust amongst thieves.
There's
That
no
part.
trust.
Until you go to rehab.
That
So
part.
he's supposed to be moving money, and she's saying I felt bad because I found it was her money. Of course, it was her money.
She's the star.
He doesn't make any
She's
money.
the star. Like you're dealing with a married man whose wife is a celebrity. Come on.
It's like what did you expect
people
to
like that-
happen?
listen,
like,
no,
did you really
people-
think that was going to work out in your favor?
He's a fast talker.
He
And
is a fast talker.
And men fall in love with what they see. Women fall in love with what they hear.
Yes.
And we be wanting to hear all the good stuff, and we want it to be true, and so we get deceived.
And then
But
you realize it's
honestly,
not
we
lining up.
desire to be deceived because we really don't want, like, the signs be there.
Yep.
Red
More than the
flags all over
signs,
the-
you already
all over the
know what
place.
the
Yeah.
situation is. You know what it is, and you're still looking for him to say something that's going to make you feel better about being in the terrible situation that you're in. Let's talk about it.
But at the end of the day, there's sometimes that you have been in situations that the red flags were there, but you just didn't see it until things blew up and be like, well, wait a minute. Then you start thinking about, oh, wow.
Well,
That
we
really-
didn't. Let's be honest. We didn't want to see it.
Yeah.
We
I
didn't
guess
wanna
You
so.
don't
see it.
in the beginning, no.
We
you
didn't want to
don't.
see
I
it.
guess
You
so.
don't.
The red flags be there. They be out there. We
Yeah.
just didn't want to see it.
That
You
yeah,
know what kills
you
me
just
with
didn't wanna see
Latasha
it.
is that she, first of all, she thinks she's the group. She makes the group, right? And that's why she always
It's
like,
called Xscape.
I'm telling you, and I'm like, I don't know. You know what's so crazy? Even they were like, won't they just, we can't let her stop us from doing this tour, because of course she's always on the fence about touring. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do the tour. I
Why
don't
is
know.
she on the fence?
She's
You don't wanna
always
get
on
that
the fence
money?
when it comes to doing stuff with Xscape, because she's always trying to do a solo deal, which I always feel 100% she is not gonna make it as a solo
But the
artist.
thing is,
she's
who's
just
gonna
not.
come and
She's
see her by
better.
herself?
She's a great singer.
She's a great singer, but she's
not
better
a-
in a group.
yeah,
She's
she's
just
not-
better in a
Who's
group.
gonna come and see her by herself?
I don't know.
I'm coming to see Xscape.
And what's so funny is that when
She
she
trying
went
to
to
go
go,
gospel now, right?
she's trying to go gospel.
I love
and when
it.
she went to go get that deal, the man asked her, he
But
said, "Oh,
still.
so Xscape is not going to be attached to this?" Because why? You're only known through Xscape, and people want Xscape And people see Xscape when they see you. But she really think that she makes the group. And I'm just like, y'all need to just tour without her because she thinks she has the best voice, which she has a really good voice. She does.
But she does. But the thing about it, that's always the situation when it comes to girl groups.
Yes, and she
You're
uses
always gonna
that.
have-
Because girls are petty.
But on some just musicality stuff, if you're great a better singer, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're always going to be a Diana Ross or a Beyonce.
Exactly.
Like so,
not everybody
I
can
really
make it.
loved how SWV. Although I think at one point it was happening like
Yeah,
that.
Coco
too.
was tripping.
I don't know if she was tripping.
Coco was tripping. Coco thought she was bigger than the group. Ain't nobody bigger than the group.
No. I think you can
That is
explore.
what
I
David-
David, listen, they would tell you ain't nobody bigger than the
No,
group.
no, I think-
Temptations would tell you that.
No,
That
but
is
that's
right.
to say that you don't have the opportunity to have growth. Like I never want to. Everybody wants a promotion. You want to get to a job and you always
You
want to
do,
stay.
but you don't want to stab your people in the back to get
It's
to
not
him.
stabbing in the
One
back
thing-
when you
Jackie,
when
she
you
really
exploit.
did kind of try to show.
I don't
that.
know. I'm not talking about that in general. I'm just talking about there are times where you can flourish, but then
Yeah.
there are like, but you have to be real with you. Like
Yes.
you can have the best voice, and there's tons of church singers out there. There's tons of singers around the corner in your neighborhood
Who are
in your
waiting to come
family
out.
Who are
who
waiting
have
to
the
come
best
out.
voices, but it doesn't mean that they have the best outside persona to be a star.
Exactly.
need
And
help with
I
that.
But
don't
I mean,
think she
everybody has the right
that.
to be a star in their house.
Yeah.
She said in the shower, in the
shower.
car.
They might even have the best. They might even have the best voice, and I'm talking for somebody who, like, I can sing, but I'm not you know.
Jackie, you know you can sing, but I'm gonna tell
But
you.
not everybody is like you gotta know your voice, and I'm just like you.
Believe
I get not
me.
everybody's like a
see this,
Beyonce soulstress
but
type
that
of
doesn't mean
singer.
that you're not. That doesn't mean that you're not a big artist. You can still be a big artist, but if you are in a group and it works better for you to have your sidekicks, it makes a better rounded package. That's just what
Well,
it is, and
yeah,
you can have a
yeah.
great voice and still not.
You gotta bring
be a
the mic
great
to you,
solo
Jack.
artist.
You
Being
can't
a solo
tell me
artist
nothing.
is another beast.
You can't tell
It
me that I don't have
is.
no good voice until the navigation says make a left. Because I be blowing in the car. I'm like, oh damn, nigga, that don't sound too good.
You always know it.
It don't sound too good. But one thing I can tell you is RZA gets mad respect from me from Wu-Tang Clan. Because the way that he has set up the contract for how Wu-Tang Clan eats is how
Oh, yeah.
every
I gotta
group-
watch that.
You need to watch it.
It's so good.
need to watch
it's a
it.
really the only thing. Okay, now let me just say this. I love it, but now the episode that I've been watching lately is getting kind of weird to me.
Which one is this?
So I watched the last episode, and what I believe he's doing is that we're going into each person's mind
Yes.
to see how they created their songs. And it's becoming a little like, okay, RZA, do we gotta go that deep in their minds? Because now it's like a different kind of movie we're looking at. Like we're not looking
I'm
at.
Talking
I'm
about
not
Kung
sh-
Flu.
I-
Kung
Yes,
Flu, you know, like
you don't think like. I think I could have.
think he's in
I
his
think he
head.
could have left that away.
No,
he could have left that part
he's
out.
A creative.
He's very creative, and
And
he's
so-
showing.
and-
So he's showing their
But he's
creative
showing the
process
mindset.
in the mind
That's
of
important.
Old Dirty Bastard,
No, but that's-
in the
Yes.
mind of
RZA, mind of Method Man,
in the mind
everybody.
of
I'm
Raekwon.
not watching it, so I hadn't. I'm going
not?
to watch it,
Oh.
but I no. Meaning I haven't watched it, so I don't really have. The only a thing I can say is my perspective as an artist and listening to you guys. And so, from my fresh perspective, because I haven't watched it yet, we're artists. We are very deep,
Yes,
Yes.
yo.
and so
And he has
it's-
gotten really deep.
And,
Yes, he
and-
has.
and so sometimes it's like you just don't want to tell the story without going into the mindset of it. Like I
Get
watched,
it.
I watched
I get
this,
it.
this.
It's too much.
I watched
She
this
said
dance
it's
show.
too
Listen,
much.
no,
You don't think it's too
I
much,
watched
Nikki?
I, look, I'm gonna be honest.
Jackie,
I left
if you would
Jay
see it,
watching
you'd
it.
be like,
gonna
it's
watch
too
it.
much.
Jay has
I
been
just hate
watching
that I
it.
didn't
I've been
watch it
dipping in and
before.
out,
Okay.
watching it.
I
you
watch
know.
it faithfully.
Like
I
we take
do.
turns. He'll fall asleep. I go to sleep. He wake up. I go to sleep. You know what I mean? So we fill each other in on what happened when we were sleeping because we were watching it till
At
3
least
o'clock
I
in the
don't rewind
morning.
it like Terrence. I can't watch things with Terrence because
Why?
he rewinds. If I'm up,
Oh, he'll rewind it to go back to where he left. Oh
I'm
my
s-
God.
Really?
I'm-
That's
That
when you
has
get
to
up
drive
and
you
go do
crazy.
something in the house.
I'm literally sitting there and I'm up late night. You know, if I'm up late night,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
are.
thing, okay?
You're up late night kind of person.
No, I'm not. I'm sleeping. I wake up in the middle of the night. But if I'm watching, if I'm tracking with you and I'm watching with you, then for you to fall asleep and I'm up
I got it.
showing my best face, you wake up and start rewinding. You don't say, hey, what did I miss? Or how long did I miss?
No, we
you just
don't do
get
that.
up and get the remote and start rewinding.
And you're
I'm
like,
hey,
I'm almost at the end of
at
this.
the end of this thing.
Right.
So it turns me off because he can fall asleep about 3 times and rewind all 3 times. I'm like, you know
Oh
what?
my
Forget it.
No,
Just
no,
forget it.
you
And
can't be
I'm
doing that.
already, I already got beef with him with the way I'm watching TV. I feel like I'm watching TV on a calibration because
You say calibration?
because you done cut off my cable. Now we
Oh,
watching
God.
streaming services, and our neighborhood for some reason the internet be tripping.
Internet be tripping when I'm at your
Yeah,
house. I ain't got
it
no
It's
does.
tripping,
service.
and so I watch shows like this. So it'll be hello. We went to the
Oh God, and, it
And
just
you see a circle in the
and
middle
then
of the
and then hello. We
You know who's good for that?
I'm like,
Goddamn
okay, what's
Peacock. Peacock make me so
Why? You know what?
sick.
That reminds me. I need to finish watching Will Smith. Fresh Prince of
Peacock
Bel-Air.
will
Yeah, I've been watching that.
sometimes I cannot start a movie because it just sits there and it pauses.
Really?
It happens so much with Peacock, and I'm like, Peacock is so goddamn bootleg, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to keep it because that's where all the movies come on now. You know what I mean? Like Peacock is
Peacock's
getting,
doing well.
Peacock is doing very well. They're getting all the movies. They're getting all the shows. Because I just watched the Boston Strangler on there, which was so good.
What's the Boston Strangler?
You remember the Boston Strangler?
No.
Like from like back in the
Was he serial
1960s.
killer?
He was we thought it was one person. It was actually multiple.
What?
It's a whole
I
nother
don't
show.
watch- I
It's
don't
a whole
watch
nother
it.
show we
Jackie
can talk
don't
about,
watch that,
y'all.
you know.
I don't watch enough TV.
We can talk about that another show because that really
listen,
like
let's
I
just
was
say-
so
let's just say
surprised
this show
by
is
it.
biased. I just have to let y'all know.
With this
audience.
show?
Well, it's not
This show
biased.
right here
Jackie
is very
just needs
biased.
I
to
don't
get
say
into
that when
the
y'all be talking
know.
about housewives of DC.
Okay.
You don't watch that?
No, and I don't say it's biased.
No, I know, but I feel like y'all get.
I
more
watch
TV
it all,
time
y'all.
than
I don't
me.
got nobody
Jackie,
biased
you
to
always
me.
come to my house, so stop playing.
Ain't
And matter of
nobody,
fact, you be
ain't
there
nobody
all day,
biased
every day.
Ain't nobody biased to me
Picking
because
up
I
the
watch it
kids
all.
from
I am,
school.
but then they got activities. They got things. It's just a lot.
is.
It's just a lot, guys.
I'm just saying.
What-
And then
Ever.
when I try, I sit down. Riley said to me, I was before I came here. I said, "All right, oh, the show is on Peacock. Okay, we got Peacock, and I think it doesn't calibrate. I think I could watch it. So I'm gonna sit down and watch the Queens of whatever thing. I'm gonna get
Listen,
at least
we're
one
gonna go
episode
into
in.
that, too.
And then Riley says to me, "Oh, I love to see my," because they used to hate on me when I used to watch my little reality shows, but it was my escape. Oh, look at mommy. I love to see her sit down on the couch and watch a nice show. I love to see
They
you
said
happy. It made me happy. That's Riley.
I love it.
You know,
And now
Riley-
you
Riley
not,
got-
and
Riley
now,
got
and now you're not
opinions.
happy no more.
I'm not happy. Listen, if you want to know why I'm tight and I'm uptight and I'm not happy anymore.
She ain't got the
it's
reality
because
TV. It's an outlet.
I need everybody to reach out to my husband.
You know,
Get
I need to
TV
have
back.
Tell him,
Get cable back.
I'm gonna talk to
Get
Terrence.
cable back.
Get cable
I'ma
back
call-
because
I'ma-
I need
I'ma
a
call
little.
T.
The streaming situation is not working for us. I understand he wants to, he's
Save
always
money
trying to
and stuff.
make the best financial choices.
I
But right
respect
now, I feel like we're wasting money.
We did that. We got cable back.
You gotta get it back. I can't
You
even
have to
watch
have
nothing.
it. Like you have to have
I
it.
can't watch. I
Yeah.
can't
You
watch
got to get it
nothing.
because you have to stay up to date. You got to watch Xscape and all that
And-
stuff,
and
you
for
got to
my
watch
own mental
Wu-Tang.
health.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna call Terrence for you.
It's for my own mental
works.
health.
I'm gonna call him for you.
All right, let's move on to the next show. So the next show is Queen's Court.
Okay, so I watched
Queen's
one
Court
episode.
is the dating
I don't
show
watch
with
it. It's not
Evelyn.
biased here.
Well, it's the dating show with
I
Evelyn.
just watched it today.
Oh, I
She
didn't
just
watch
watched
it.
it. And she didn't even finish it.
I didn't finish it. I
But
just
you know
watched
what's so
1.5
crazy? It don't
episodes.
even
What
matter. You
channel
don't
is it
have to
on?
finish it because I swear to God, they're the fucking worst with
No,
with
no,
the-
no, tell me the
they're-
ending.
It's too late. Everybody knows it, Jackie.
I don't.
You do know.
I do not know.
You do know.
better
You're on
not-
social
don't-
media.
Do not tell me.
There's no way I
I
can't.
don't know.
Okay,
What
if I
channel?
I
don't
do
listen,
not know.
if we
Are we gonna
don't
talk
talk
about
about
this?
it, we can't talk about it.
Are you
again.
about to be a sport? This is
But
going to be a
what
They
channel?
spoiled it for
You're
everybody.
gonna spoil it for me.
Well,
You're
can you
gonna have
tell
to
me
just
what
be spoiled.
channel?
It's
Peacock.
Peacock.
Oh, okay.
You're going to spoil
And
it for me.
it's called Queen. I'm gonna spoil it. for
She's
Jackie.
gonna spoil
It's
it.
called Queen's Court. You wanna know why? Because they spoiled it for me too.
No, are you really
Jackie.
going to spoil it for
Jackie,
us?
hum.
Can we talk about something else?
When I tell you, everybody already knows.
But
I don't know
I don't know.
Because you just didn't watch it.
that part.
Trust me, you know, because if you saw the news, everybody know because Tamar came out with it, and so did Evelyn, well before I can even finish the
have
episode.
Oh, wait, they got
idea, and you're about to
engaged? That's-
Yes.
Oh, I never watched it. Yeah, oh.
Now I'm going to watch the show.
You know
I know
that,
they're engaged.
Jackie, I had to continue watching it too after they made the announcement. They made the announcement
Before you
in the
even watched
middle
the show.
of the seat. They just launched the show, and all of a sudden, Tamar and Evelyn made an announcement they're engaged.
But the thing is,
And then we go look and see who it is, and we like, what the fuck? Y'all
when
just
I looked
spoiled the ending.
Right. When I looked at the picture with Evelyn, she didn't look too happy with the guy, though. I don't know.
She's very happy
I think
with
the
him.
picture selection.
Maybe the
was
picture
not a good
selection,
one.
but she was very smitten and taken by this guy because he's so opposite
Of her?
of what she's used to. Like the athlete, the well-known person. You know what I'm saying? And he's a complete opposite of that. But the whole thing is that I'm not gonna tell you who they pick. I'm just telling everybody know they got engaged. Tamar and Evelyn did, and they spoiled it for everybody.
And what's her name is not.
And let me tell you why Nivea isn't. Okay, Nivea has
picky?
some really self work to do.
I gotta watch
Nivea
it.
has self work to do because Nivea, she really second guessed herself a lot, and she had two men who was so into her, and one of them I thought was so good for her, and she was really gonna choose him, but she's so not confident in herself. Nivea, she's not confident in herself. She's what do you see the show? Some of the antics she was
I'm
doing
gonna
to
watch
get
it
their
while I cook
attention
dinner.
was so childish. And I guess it's kind of shit we do sometimes as women.
You guess?
We're not. I
You know, because she got mad at one of the guys because he started cooking for everybody. He woke up that day on the weekend and started making all the food for everybody. And so she in the kitchen, you know, moving stuff around. The guy's like, "You all right, Nivea?" She's like, "I mean, I would like a hug, you know." And he's
Really?
like, "You want a hug, babe? I'll come hug you."
I know.
And I'm like, "Well, damn, if you want a hug, tell
say it.
him you want a
Just say
hug."
you-
He don't know that that's what you want.
But you know what? Most of us do not say what we really want, and that's
Yes.
the problem. We get very spoiled and babyish in life.
Yes.
In
Maybe
general.
I need to-
Like
Yep.
we don't say what we really want. We don't say what
I
we
think
really
we all fall
think.
short with
We
Yep.
that.
want
Yeah.
people to be mind readers.
Yep.
That's
And
true.
so and we do that in all kind. We do it in friendships.
Yep.
We do it in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
We do it in family.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so
we do.
we just if nobody ever corrects us on it or checks us on it, or we don't come to some sort of awakening about it, we walk around getting older and very immature.
And I'm telling you, when
Right.
when you see her, you're gonna say, "Wow, she's real immature." One, she got mad.
You can pass the bottle.
Oh, it's right there. It's over there. You
Oh, I
gotta
can't get it. No, I'll drink
One,
water.
she was mad because the two guys that liked her were friends. Like they created this real bromance. You know what I'm saying? And they felt like, hey, you know what? To the best man that wins. You know, because she's gonna choose somebody. But she kind of got attitude with them because she's kind of like, well, I want them to be like against each other basically because they know they're trying to get me, and so they shouldn't be
She
so.
wants somebody to fight for her.
But they were fighting for her
but
though.
the
They were
thing is-
showing her. They were fighting for her, and still in the end, I'm telling you, we was all so shocked when she didn't choose nobody.
She didn't really want him.
She didn't.
I'm gonna be honest,
because
she
you know
didn't
what
really
she
want
really
him.
wanted?
She didn't really.
It was this white boy that was on there. He was a boxer. He was everything she wanted, but he was so into Evelyn.
Oh.
And
that the one
she
Evelyn picked?
told him no.
Oh.
And she told him that, oh my God, you are my perfect guy. If I could take those two guys that I'm with now, she said, and give them and create them like you, she said, you are the perfect guy for me. She wanted him so bad. And I think after he told her how much he liked her, but he's really into Evelyn, I think that really affected her. And I think that's why
course.
she ended up not
she
going
didn't
home
want.
with
Yeah,
nobody.
But-
you're gonna want you want who you want.
And she wanted him.
Yeah, but the thing is, I haven't
She's
watched
like,
it yet.
you are my
haven't
kind of
watched it.
guy.
I haven't watched it yet, but a part of me feels
two episodes.
that guy did not really show that he was really into her, and I think she probably has an issue with abandonment. If you think about it,
I think so.
because women who have issues with abandonment, they always want to go with the guys who are not really
Available.
feeling them or
Yeah.
available.
Available. That's
And
what
I
she
feel like
did,
that's
too.
what the problem is. And
That's
the
exactly
two
what she
guys
did.
that you're telling me on the show that was fighting for her, she wasn't feeling them because it wasn't a challenge for her.
It wasn't the challenge.
That's what
And
it was.
Most people they want the chase and the challenge, and when
gets
they
tired
when
after a
when
while.
somebody just cares for them, we're so toxic
Yeah.
that we feel like no, we want to feel like we have to work for it. And
Yeah, we do.
With love, you
it's not
don't
supposed to be like
necessarily
that.
have to
And I think with Evelyn and Tamar, they were just really
ready.
Ready to receive?
receiving, open. I think they
They've
was
been
just
through enough.
They've been through enough, especially Evelyn. Evelyn was
No.
kind of like, She know what
That
she
part.
want. You know what I'm saying? She know what she didn't want anymore. And because she's been cheated on so many times by every partner she's been with, she really wanted someone who was faithful, who was loyal, who was going to treat her well, be good to her son, you know, and her respect her relationship with her daughter, you know. And so, and she met this guy, and he seemed to be that guy for her. You know what I mean? He is not. He's very successful in his own right. He's an entrepreneur, but yet he's not like a famous person. You know what I'm
He's gonna be
saying?
famous right about now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he
he's
is
famous
now because he's with her, but he genuinely loves her, it seemed like, and she genuinely had real feelings for him. So I was happy to see them both engaged. I really was. And I saw Tamar with this guy the whole time, and I was like, oh. So when I went on the show, when I saw the show, and I was like, well, damn, Tamar, you were supposed to keep him a secret until the show was over.
But that's the part. It's the same white guy, right?
Yeah.
She's been with him. I've been seeing her on social media with this guy.
That's what I'm saying. But aren't they supposed to not show the guys until the show is done?
Yep.
I guess they didn't sign a contract.
So it's almost like, what did I watch the show for? If y'all don't came out, y'all engaged. Like, I'm on episode 6 and I found out y'all engaged.
Well, I want to see it anyway.
I'm gonna still watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Thank you.
I think you
Sean.
should, for the journey.
You know, the thing about it is that
I didn't spoil it, Jackie, because
did,
one,
because-
you saw Tamar with that white boy the whole
that
time.
doesn't mean anything.
Okay, the whole time.
Doesn't mean that
And
they
you
were
don't know who
together.
Evelyn
Sean,
chose.
Jackie's salty. She's salty. Right?
Thank
She's gonna
you.
be okay, but you
She
still have to watch the
she just
journey.
she just had to spoil it.
I had
You
to.
know what? You
It
had
was
a
on
choice.
Jackie. Remember how you said you got to hit the like button that says follow back? It was on my list, Jackie. It was on my list to talk about.
Nikki, you can't. She will not.
I would
move
know what.
from her calendar. Like if
Well, you know.
if she puts things on her calendar and something else come up, she'd be like, "No, I can't because on March 55th at 2 a.m. I have to do this and I cannot." But it's like, Nikki, it's 3 weeks from now. I cannot. It's been on my calendar.
Well,
so
you
now
know.
because it's on your list,
It's
you
on my
can't
list to talk about.
You know,
I have to talk about what's
talk
on the
about
list.
me. It's because it's on your list. It's like we could talk about other things. You know, we can get back to that. You just have to talk about it.
Listen, it's not my fault that your husband took your cable away. Okay,
like I used to say, tell me why you're mad, son.
don't blame it on me, Jackie.
And the reason why, you know, I always
Because if you had cable, you would have watched that show. Me and you would have been watching it
the
together.
reason why, and let's get back to that. The reason why I decided to not fight about it. You know, like, you know, there's certain things I'd be like, no, this is what we're doing. Sometimes you just gotta let people just do that and let him experience the calibration of the shows he really want to watch.
Yeah.
And be like, you know what? You know, so every time we watching something, and he can't find the show or it does the calibrating, I don't say nothing. He
I
just
know
looks
that's right,
over at
Jackie.
me.
I
And he'd
know
be
that's
like, and
right.
try to blame it. You know, I'm gonna get you what you really want. You know,
that's what I want.
Don't put me into it because if I was
It's not my fault you didn't make the right choice.
if I was included in this, then we wouldn't have even gone around the circle. Now we gotta go around in circles. Now you want to put me in it. So, you know, just let him just do whatever. And so now it's been months.
Good old T. I
And
tell
now
you.
he's seeing the wife I've turned into without an escape. That used to be my escape.
Yes.
Now I can't escape into. What am I doing on my phone?
Listen, reality TV is definitely my escape. And speaking of that, I want to touch on the episode real quickly of Love and Marriage DC. And
I'm even
God.
mad about that. But you know what? Terrence is a girl that he went to, a young lady, a woman, that she went to that. We've hung out all together. I would say that.
Yeah.
He went to the prom with her. She's on the show.
Yeah, that's so cool because they need to bring on somebody new. They do. I mean, they really do. But I want to talk about the couple is called Joy and Clifton, and they was on what's Uncle Tommy's movie
You're talking
show?
about,
Ready for Love.
Ready for Love.
I watch it
So
every
there was a couple
Friday.
that was ready for love. They made it. They got engaged, and come to find out that they actually got married maybe not too long ago after the show wrapped.
I'm not surprised.
And so, but the problem is that here you are now on a whole new reality show trying to tell people that y'all not married, that y'all still engaged.
Oh, so I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
didn't know
So
that.
they're married, but they're on this show telling people that they're just engaged still and they're
Why?
planning to get
Why?
married.
Why is it for?
I don't know. So what happened was that Ashley on this show, she fucking told the secret that she wasn't supposed to tell because she petty as shit. And she said she was. She said, you know what? I was mad with you. I was being petty. So my best friend asked me if you guys were married. And I said, yeah. Because the Joy told her that they are married, but just keep it on the low. And so finally, her and Clifton had to address it on the show and say, yes. He had the audacity to say, well, yeah, we're married, but we wasn't trying to keep it a secret. Yes, the fuck you was. Because she told people not to say nothing about it. And he said he didn't tell his kids. He haven't even told his family. But her family knows and her close friends know. Mm-hmm. And everybody she kept saying, oh, well, in order for us to get the license, and we all know this ain't the truth because we're all married. We all filed for that license. You don't have to get married to get the license, girl. You keep saying, oh, well, in order to get married, in order to get the license, we had to get married at the courthouse. No, you didn't. You can file for the license and get married later.
You know what they could have done? They could have came on and said, hey, we are married already. Hey guys, so, you know, so this is what could have been the introduction.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're first sisters and we're married, but we didn't have the wedding that we want. So you guys go along with the journey.
They could have said that.
They
instead of lying.
They could have.
And it's like, why? And now I look at them like, yo, y'all weird.
Well, at the end of the day,
right.
They're adults. They can do what they want to do.
That's what he said too.
I think that, yes, in a perfect world, you want people to know. Or you want to tell people, but hey, I mean, that's between them. It's their union. You know, they can do what they want to do. But I don't know if it's probably because they wanted to do a big wedding and wanted people not to know. I mean, I don't know.
I think so too. Because
pretending aspect that people have a problem with. Because you can do whatever you want to do, but when you present a reality show, there's parts of your reality that you don't want to show. That's fine. But it's the omission is different than lying.
It is.
And I know we say it's the same thing. It's a form of it. But if I just don't speak on it, then you really can't put this in my face. But if you say, I am not married, you know, if
we're just engaged or we're planning our wedding.
Or if you just kind of I decide I'm not going to speak on it, then when you decide to tell your truth, you have that decision. But when you omit the information, that it's different than I am not married and I really am.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And I'm just saying, you could have easily said, oh, you know what, we got married, but we want to actually plan an actual ceremony, a big wedding, and invite our family and friends. You could have easily said that too, because y'all on here saying that y'all planning a wedding, which you probably are, because, you know, she said, oh, it was cheap. And I think maybe that was a part of it too. Maybe
but
they
still,
didn't
at the end of the day, they still did.
I don't know. Maybe he was embarrassed by it that you didn't want to tell nobody, because he wanted a big wedding. She didn't. So that's where they having that thing too, where he really wanted this big wedding, he wanted all these people to come, and she just really didn't want to do it.
Right.
And I feel like he just gave in to whatever she wanted. Right. But the fact that he didn't tell his family or his friends. Or his kids.
That's probably why he. Okay, so see, I didn't know this.
So that's probably why
they didn't mention it on the show, because there are family members
that people that don't know, and people probably feel like, oh, y'all got married, and but yet she told her family and her friends though. So I don't know, that y'all kind of fucking weird to me. I don't care what nobody says.
Sorry,
Joy and Clifton.
Sorry, Sam's a family channel here.
Sorry, guys, but they're kind of weird, y'all.
Sean is,
listen.
Sean is the rebel, guys.
I'm gonna curse.
Yeah, she's
okay.
She look at this. I'm gonna curse.
You're gonna get some curses around here.
Guys,
I'm gonna drop the bombs.
We're doing
here.
behind the scenes, and you can tell who has the. You can tell who's the rebel here.
I am unfiltered.
Yes. It's all good.
They're weird. Okay, that's just how I feel about them. They're weird. Let's talk
before
about.
we move on to that. Yeah. How do you know that they weren't trying to find something to make drama for TV? Just something to think about.
I mean, they could have been just trying to have a storyline, right? Storyline, but still, the same time is that their storyline wasn't even that good. You know what I'm saying? And I think not until the drama started happening with Joy is the reason why people are like, okay, now we're paying attention. But outside of that, it's like, you know, listen, for me, reality TV is entertainment. Yeah. Okay, and I know a lot of people's like, oh, we don't want to see everybody fighting on TV. I want to see you fighting on TV. I do. I want to see it because it's not real, but it's entertaining. It's all entertainment.
And that's why I said.
That's what it is. It's not really reality. It's entertainment TV.
It's, that's the same thing for social media, too.
It is.
Listen.
A lot of stuff on
I'm about
media.
to put together a show. And I've been thinking about it because y'all know I pitch shows.
Yes.
On reality families, on social media. Like, that is much more in depth than even some of these reality shows.
Oh
to be
yeah,
honest with
yeah.
you.
People give you more so a lot more realness on social media
They give you a lot more realness
than they
You be
will
like,
on
"Ooh."
these TV shows
And
because
sometimes you get really wrapped up into their lives. I have been wrapped up and thinking about how I can help.
Who you trying to help?
No, I
Jackie said, "Who I
scroll,
can help?"
and then I end up on one person's live, and then wondering who they're talking about. End up another, and I'm like, oh my goodness, we could all have peace here.
yes, that's true. You do.
How can we fix this? I'm on
Yes.
some. Let's see how we could fix the world.
Fix the world.
Then I'm like, okay, where's Ayanla when I need her?
Oh
I've
my
been watching
god.
The Chef.
Which chef? The chef is a show.
I'm not gonna give them any
Promotions.
promotions right now.
Why?
Because I'm just not going to.
Jackie said because I'm just not going to, Nikki. I don't want to.
But
Okay, well then tell me off the air who.
Okay, no, but I've been watching this whole saga. I didn't even know about these people, and I don't know how I bumped into this, and then I'm like, chefs got beef, like.
Listen, people
like
be
you got
having
food.
beef.
Like there's some chef. I'm sorry, guys. There's some chef beef going on. Like
She said
like
there's some
people
chef.
who
Between
create-
other chefs?
between other chefs.
Oh
and-
my god.
and-
Nobody is safe.
She said.
Nobody's safe, man.
When the
Nobody's
chef,
safe.
When people who are cooking your food got beef,
That's
I
a
don't want
problem.
nobody cooking my food that got beef.
That's
I
a
don't.
problem.
listen. Remember that movie that we watched, like Water for Chocolate, years ago?
Like Water for Chocolate.
And I don't know if you ever saw that movie. It's one of those movies
No.
that you
Yeah.
have to read.
Yeah, it is. You gotta
Transcribe.
read it. Mhm.
And it was such a good. I don't know if it was
Subtitles,
a
baby.
Water for
subtitle
Chocolate.
movie, and it was like every time this woman cooked, whatever her,
Her
emotion
emotions,
was,
she put into her
She
food.
put into her food. So people would eat the food, they'd be crying.
Nah, they'll feel
They eat
love.
the food, they feel love.
Yeah.
Based on her emotions, she
Wow.
cooked the food. So my thing is, if the
That's
chefs
why you're
got
saying
beef,
that. It's gonna be something with the food,
then you gonna put
Yeah.
it in my food.
and then my stomach
That's
gonna be
crazy
mashed up.
to me, though, that they got beef. Chefs got. That's what I'm saying. You
Chefs
can go
got
on
beef.
social media and be so surprised by all the stuff
Everything
that
is
people
on
got
there.
going on and be. Listen,
And the reasons why
Y'all got
people
me crying
end
out
up,
here.
the reasons why people get upset and angry. I know you got to stick to your script. I understand. She over here giving me
like-
the script time, but we got to talk about it.
now
So
we
the
can talk
reason-
about
the
it.
reason-
It's going to lead way into another thing
No,
about
but the
social media.
reason why, like, it be small things
Mm-hmm.
that we get upset about, and it turned into huge. And then especially if you got a platform,
Oh
it
God,
turns into real beef.
social media give everybody a platform.
And then people like rally behind their favorite chef.
yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah.
Or their favorite person. And it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, and so this is what's happening because the cable got turned off. And
She said because
And
the
so now
cable
you're just
got
like in these
turned
rabbit
off.
holes, right?
and I
Now
keep on-
social
I'm on the
media.
scroll. And I'll be like, what is happening here?
Who did
When
you have
this
before?
happen?
Was it Verizon?
Well, you know what?
Was it
Listen.
DirecTV? Who did you have?
We've
They had,
Comcast,
Verizon.
we had
I think last one y'all had was-
I don't know.
I don't know who y'all had. I think
We-
I had Verizon
I have
last time.
Verizon. You don't
don't
have
know,
them
but-
anymore?
I have Verizon.
But
Yeah, me too.
But it's all these streaming services that we have now not working. It's just not working.
yeah,
Putting out a
Terrence,
PSA.
get the cable.
you got to get the cable
Get
that
the
has the
cable,
internet,
man.
the
It's
proper
It's not
internet.
working
It's just
because
on.
now I'm gone way far. I'm in knee deep.
She's
Jackie said,
up
I'm in
knee
knee
deep.
deep. Listen,
Oh,
speaking of
man.
social media and people in their beef and people in their platforms, what would happen if social media was taken away? So we want to talk about TikTok and the whole congressional meeting that they had in front of Congress. The CEO of TikTok was questioned by Congress regarding privacy, right? Which all these social media apps are always being addressed when it comes to privacy issues. And we know damn well that China is taking our data. I don't care what they say. Yes, they
But
are.
what China do with our data?
I don't know.
That's
Okay. I said, China probably used TikTok like the Trojan horse.
As your
As I scream on TikTok, hey, what's up, TikTok?
as
As I stream live on TikTok right now. I mean, I'm gonna use it until they take it away, because, and it's so crazy. I talked about this on the TikTok live because if they take away these platforms, a lot of people use these platforms to really build their audiences.
business, yeah.
Right.
But when
And
you
their
think about
business,
when you build
yes.
your business, you cannot rely only on these platforms. You have to
to
be
have
able to
your
build your
own.
community outside of these
Outside.
platforms. Either email, your own website, your
Yeah.
own app that you maybe own,
Yep.
but your own, I don't know, maybe Facebook group. I don't know. But you need to
Something.
be able to have something more
To connect with people.
to connect with people, because I asked that question and so many people felt like they don't know what they would do
Yeah.
if they was to shut TikTok down.
Yeah.
Because it can really get to a point where they ban, because they already banned on government phones and I don't know.
But
a
why
few
are
states.
government employees looking at TikTok on their government or job phone?
You know everybody. Girl, first of all,
I'm
we
just
not
saying.
supposed to surf the internet at work and we still do it anyway.
Well, you're right. You right.
You know what I mean? Like we do it anyway. You know they on TikTok making TikTok videos at work. I see so many people at work making TikTok videos. They ask to get fired
Speaking
for
of
it.
that, that's a whole nother thing. I'm having some beef with.
What? Who you got beef with? A chef?
I got no beef with no chef, but I got beef with a platform.
And that's what I'm saying. So you see what I mean? These platforms can shut your lives down.
They-
They can
they-
take your pages from you whenever they want
Yeah,
to.
they
They
just
can
get
stop you from getting monetized. They can block your
And you're working
content.
hard.
Does it start with an F?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
We're
K?
streaming live. How you doing?
Hi. But I got some beef with y'all because y'all see me working really, really hard,
Yeah.
and y'all trying it right now. Okay, I had to start all over. Okay, I had to start all over,
Hold the mic close.
and then you still trying me. You want me to make a reel, and then you want to trip about the reel that I make. Come on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it was just really, and watching this CEO in front of Congress. First of all, Congress are the worst people in the world.
I know. I'm reclaiming my time. Answer the question, please. They're just so harsh.
First of all, some people call it Tic Tac.
Why
They call it Tiki Taka.
Tiki-taka?
They didn't know. Some of them didn't even know what it was called. How can you question? Yes.
Yes, I
How
was
can you
listening to
question
it.
something when you don't even know what it's called? I can't believe that person called it Tic Tac.
That's why
Right
they
here,
put- no,
he
but-
said right here it says Tic Tac, and I'm like, damn well that's a O. That's not an A, and that's a K, and that's not a C.
They don't know how to pronounce it. That's why they're having problems with it. They're not connected to it.
They're not,
They're
and that's why a
not.
lot of people say you don't use the app, y'all don't come on the platform, you don't know what it's about, but yet you want to take it away. The government is always trying to.
They wanted to
stuff.
take away the internet.
But
when
you
it first
have to
started.
really think
They
about
did.
the owner of TikTok does not allow his kids to use it. So you got to really think about that.
Well, that is true. No, that's,
So-
because why? But you know what it is too. It's about one of the main things that I think they're always right. And a lot of these platforms need to do better when it comes to age verification.
Right.
Being able to make sure that these younger kids are not able to use these platforms until they are of age, because they are exposed to a lot of things. But on the flip side is that these social media platforms do a lot of good, because if it wasn't for these platforms, a lot of these hashtags, a lot of the people that got killed by police brutality, a lot of things that happen in the world, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know about.
And not only that, I just lost my train of thought.
We wouldn't know about a lot of this stuff.
That is correct. But I heard, this is what I was going to say. There was a state, I can't remember which state it was. It said that they were actually going to ban social media for all kids until they turn 18.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
You know what? I think it was
Me
Ohio.
My
might have been.
It's Ohio, because Ohio was on the news last night talking about either banning or trying to find a way to block kids. Yeah.
Until
block
they're
kids
18.
from using it until they're 18.
I wouldn't be mad at that. With my daughter, I remember at one point when she was young, the youngest one, and she was on social media. We didn't realize she was on it so much, and she was like, she was watching the comments that came in based on some videos she was posting. Some little kitty did,
Yeah.
and it really bothered her so much that she said, she came to us and says, "I'm going to take a break on her own."
Oh,
Yeah.
for her to say that's a lot.
And but then she wanted it back. So I realized, oh no, I got to control this, because it's affecting her emotional health. And years later, you saw the effects of it. You know what I mean? And so, we're still having to build our kid up. But now we're on social media as a family, and she's coming to me like, hey, not all the time I want to be on social media.
Yeah.
So and I've had her in counseling, so she's had to police herself into saying, okay, when I want to, I'll do it, but when I don't want to, please don't ask me to.
You know, and that's a key thing because one, we can't depend on these apps to protect our kids. Parents have to
You
protect
have
their
to
kids.
protect your kids.
You have to protect your kids. These social media
That's
apps are
correct.
not here. They weren't built to protect your children. You know what I'm saying? You have to monitor what they do. You have to take initiative and see what's going on. And a lot of times, that's the thing about it. We don't know they have these accounts.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Because that age
Yeah.
verification is just you putting in
You
a
just put
birthday
in a
and that's
birthday.
it.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it is affecting our kids more than you know.
Oh,
Depression
yes,
is high.
it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Suicide is high.
It's affecting
Because-
Drug
adults.
abuse,
First of all, it's
killing.
affecting adults.
Because we're looking at people's lives
True.
on social media thinking that that's what's real. And
And
people
that's
only give you the
not.
highlight reels. That's it.
Yeah.
They
And
don't
it's
show you the real
not.
stuff.
They
Yeah.
don't, you
The
know,
camera's
and
over
everybody
there.
think their body's supposed to look a certain way and that they're supposed to be doing certain things. And social media has, but it has done a lot of damage, but it has done a lot. It has done
And
a
I'm
lot of good
only
as well.
nervous what it's gonna do even more. And I'm just loving these chairs. I just keep
These
caressing.
chairs
the
are very
arm.
nice.
Aren't they
You
comfortable?
know, I'm just caressing. It's so nice.
I
and
feel like they're
soft.
nice.
guys.
They're
These
wide.
chairs are
They're
very nice.
comfortable.
I know this is, guys. I know those of you who are following us here on each platform.
Yeah.
Guys,
What's
this
up?
is-
YouTube,
this is what women
Facebook,
do. We get
Instagram,
into-
TikTok.
Yeah, we get into the conversation, but we got to get into the decor.
And you know what,
got to get
Sean?
into the
I'm
decor.
loving these lights. Where did you get these? Because you know we got lights too to do videos at home, and we ain't got these. These are cute.
So yeah, I got these from. Listen,
Amazon
shout out to Amazon.
Oh,
and this is what I want to
hey.
know. What would we do
Uh-oh.
first of
without
all,
Amazon.
How did we shop before Amazon?
Listen,
We walked into the store.
I don't even remember. Because I'm like, when you think about everything in this studio, literally everything I got from Amazon,
nice.
Even the chairs.
even the chairs.
Oh,
These are
No.
nice chairs.
I got
guys.
everything from Amazon, and all I said to myself, what did I do before you, Amazon? What did I,
don't know
do
what- I don't know what we
before
did before
Amazon?
before GPS, before a lot of these
Before
things.
GPS, we used to print out the
The
daggone
MapQuest.
maps.
We used to
you
do
know
MapQuest.
MapQuest. is
And
still-
MapQuest.
No, but before MapQuest, we used to have to get directions.
We
and,
did.
and
Oh
from-
my
and write
God,
them
yo!
down.
How
Yes.
did we get places before?
But
we
you see,
done traveled to some states
But
with
the
It
thing
was
is-
just written down direction. And
That
look for
was
the McDonald's
actually
on the
good.
corner. On the corner, when you see the McDonald's on the
Make a
left,
right.
turn there.
but
Listen.
the thing is, we knew where we were going. We learned better.
We did.
I think
We learned
everything's just given
neighborhoods.
to us. It's like we're like, oh, do do
It's
do.
gotta be it's a little
Because we
easier.
depend on it. Because why? Before cell phones, we had to remember people's number. I don't remember nobody's number.
I know my
Only
husband's
person
number.
number I remember is Jackie's, and I remember my husband. That's it.
Because
I
I
remember
got two
Jackie's
phones
number.
because I have two phones. I got two.
I don't remember the
phones
new
before-
one. I just
All
remember
I
the
The
know-
old
old
one.
one, yeah. I
Because
don't
you've
remember
had
the
that
new
for a
one.
while.
Is my hubby's number.
I don't remember the new one.
I don't
know
even know
my
my house.
number.
I know my
phone.
old one. But you know.
I might know one or two other
No, I
people,
would do.
but it's bad.
No, I do remember my new
I
one
used to
now.
know my sister Michelle's number, but she changed the number so damn much. I don't know her number.
I
anymore.
remember my number from when I grew up in my house I grew up in.
Do you?
You what?
I remember my mom home number.
I
But
remember
mom
my
doesn't
aunt's
live there no
number.
more, but I remember it.
Back in the days, you used to say numbers and
I
letters.
remember my
SH3.
aunt's- I remember my I remember my aunt's number. She's still in
And
the
that's
same
what I'm
house
saying.
with
So
the same
what?
phone number.
Like even with social media, and I always say, if we had social media when we were growing up,
Oh,
we would have been the Kardashians.
You said the Kardashians.
We would have been. Listen, we would have been them girls on here.
We would
Why
have
we
been
gonna be
there.
the Joneses?
Influencers.
We would've
I'm
been
just
at-
saying,
that's
we would have been on it.
Yeah, we
we
would've
would have
been
been on it
everywhere.
100% because that's how it was when we was in New York living and stuff. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Run them streets, Sex in the City style. So we would have been
Literally.
doing
Literally in the city.
it. Literally in the city.
We
literally
we
Sex in the
taught
City
New York
style. Doing
and
it all
Atlanta
up. Mm-hmm.
and Miami.
I'm glad we wasn't cool when y'all was in Atlanta because I probably would have been down there
What?
more.
Everybody,
than
listen. Everybody
What?
used to come visit.
I
me.
should say we wasn't cool. I just didn't know you guys were in Atlanta at that
Yeah.
time in my
Yeah.
life.
Mm-hmm.
I
Lived
might
there
have
for a
been
long time,
we
man.
all- everybody came and stayed at my apartment in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
So I
was
just,
the
you know,
hotspot.
I just thought about it with TikTok, and I just made me think about social media overall in terms of like what would people do if it was to actually be banned, because it's a possibility that it can really get banned.
TikTok.
They've been
Well, then
saying
people
that
will
for a
look at
while, though.
Facebook and Instagram.
They've been
I mean,
saying that for a while. They've
Yeah.
been saying
But then
that
I
for a
feel
while.
like if it starts with TikTok, where
What
does it
is-
go then? You know what I'm saying? Even though Facebook and Instagram are US based companies, still the government's been trying to shut Facebook down with privacy issues for a very long time.
you know what's gonna happen?
Mark Zuckerberg has been on Capitol Hill for I don't know how many times.
You
in
know
front
what's
of that
gonna happen?
congressional hearing.
People gonna communicate,
Yeah.
talk to each other because you'll have kids. My nieces sitting right next to each other, and they're
And
just
they don't
texting
talk.
each other. They don't talk.
Yeah, everybody's
Or
on a tablet.
everybody's on a
playing
tablet.
a game. That
You
damn
know,
Roblox.
it's like-
Roblox is making money right now.
They are.
What's Roblox?
They're getting
A game-
everybody. It's a
oh,
game.
it's
It's a kids game that
kids.
every kid loves, and they got
getting their-
Roblox. They got Robux
Yeah, they're
money,
getting their money
to buy stuff.
You know what? I think because our kids have a card, and my London, I really need to. Oh, we did stop her other card because they kept on charging her card, which I need to get some of her money back. She's a saver, and they kept on charging her like out the blue. So now we changed her card or whatever. But they're really, it's teaching kids not to save any money.
And I
Because-
saw
not
a
good.
TikTok video.
No.
This mom was so upset because some kind of way her son was able to bypass a password and able to use her credit card to buy Robux. And he was buying hundreds at a time.
What?
And there was nothing. He spent thousands. He was 10 years old. He is 10 years old. And there was nothing her bank could do. There was nothing nobody could do about it. She was very upset with Apple because she felt like, how was he able to change my password? Like he went and did the whole change of forgot password and was able to get she was like, how was he able to get the information to him versus it coming to me?
Well, if he got your phone,
And so Apple was like, he didn't have her phone. He was on his own tablet. And so she has the parental stuff on it, but he was able to hit change password.
well, somebody needs
So
to
although
call
she didn't want to
him.
blame him because she felt like, oh, he didn't know what he was doing. Yes, he did. He knew exactly what he was
exactly
doing
what
because
he
he knew
was
how to
doing.
change
You
that
should
password.
never have Roblox.
And that's what they
again.
tell you. Don't put your credit card number on your kids' accounts. Set up a different little card for them and put that on their accounts. And you can load money to it to let them pay for stuff on Roblox. But don't never put your credit card numbers on there. Because, kids, some of them don't know. They'll just hit the buy.
Keep 'em going.
They don't know.
They don't know. And they will buy you into a damn debt. That's what they'll buy you into.
Exactly.
Guys.
They really would.
Guys, hit the share button. This is definitely a live broadcast.
Yes,
so
this
make
is
sure
a
you hit the share
live.
button. Those of you who are coming on. Hello
Yes.
to everybody on every platform. Make sure you share this live. You run up the algorithms. And
Yes.
this is the Girl Take Note podcast. Oh, no.
She said, "Oh no."
This is You're Not Invited. It's on the Girl Take
It's
No
on the Girl
platform.
Take
It's on the
No.
Girl
Take No podcast platform. It says
Okay.
You're Not Invited.
You're not invited.
It happens. It happens, Jack. Listen, so let's talk about this movie I saw. It's a series, it's not a movie. I saw this week called Swarm
Man, listen.
by what's his name? Donald Glover. What is his name?
Yeah.
And
Isn't it Childish Gambino's his other name? Childish Gambino.
yes, Childish Gambino. He's an artist. It stars Dominique Fishback and Chloe Bailey is in it. And she's in two things now. She's really getting herself into movies now, Chloe.
Yes, she is. Get
It
girl.
was at first when I tried to first watch the movie, right? The series. And I thought, this looks kind of weird. I'm not
I
gonna
was
watch
telling
it.
my husband, like, what is this on this TV? I think we need to change it. But yet we never took it off.
And then so I finally started watching it the other day, and I couldn't stop watching it. But it was the weirdest movie.
It's weird.
Weirdest series
It
I
was
think I've
dark,
ever watched.
too.
It was very dark, Jackie.
Very
And
dark.
it was just, first of all, did you see the ending?
I know what happens. I know that's probably the time when I fell asleep and he was still up.
It was the weirdest ending. I hate watching something that ends weird. You know what I mean?
It
That
was
doesn't.
weird from the beginning.
It was weird from the beginning, but I hate watching something that you feel like,
It doesn't
why did I
settle.
watch this?
Right.
What was the end? It didn't come to an ending. It just left you like,
You know why? It didn't come to an ending?
Does he-
Because she's still out in these streets.
okay, this is where we're gonna have to differ. Nikki, because I
No,
swear to
it's
God,
real.
so many people search if it was real, and everybody's saying this is not real.
It is real.
They said she's not a real person.
She
Basically,
is.
they tried to base the movie off the
I
Beehive.
have no idea.
It is
what's
off
going
the
on.
Beehive. That's why they
Let
called
me
it
tell-
something else
They
because that would have
they
been.
can't say it's the Beehive
I'm
because
telling
they
you,
know they can't associate
her
it with
name
Beyonce.
is
I don't know
Teresa.
what-
So let me tell you what the movie is about. The movie is about an obsessed fan.
Okay.
She started a Twitter account called Swarm. This young woman, she's supposed to be Beyonce-like, right? She has, I don't think hers is called a Beehive. Is it called Swarm?
It's I don't know, but it's the Beehive is.
I don't know who her peoples are called, but
bees.
there's Swarm. We know those are bees that they're talking about. And she's a big artist like Beyonce. And this one girl and her best friend love her to death. But her best friend, of course, grew up, but the other girl kind of like still stayed
in her
into that whole
childish
childish
phase.
thing. She's a child that grew up in child care, foster care, and stuff like that. So she has a lot of mental issues with her. And she become an obsessed fan. An obsessed
Her
fan.
friend.
But they both were.
Yeah. But the friend, the other girl, Chloe,
Started
who
growing
plays her
out
best
of it.
friend, she grew out of it, got into boys, wanted to do her own thing, but her friend stayed into it. And so she kept the Twitter account Swarm alive. And so she's now on there going back and forth with other people who's in the Swarm and then people who are against her artists.
Right.
Because the first question she asks you, who's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite artist?
And if you don't say, man, listen.
her artist, what was her name? Janae?
Something
Like Janae.
that.
If you don't say that,
she's gonna kill you.
she kills you.
Oh my God.
No, Jackie, I'm
It's
serious.
serious.
Like,
And I'm like,
it is
wait
the
a minute.
weirdest thing ever. It is the craze fan. And she absolutely kills you to the point where she ended up becoming a serial killer.
And not only that, she finds the people who are writing these things on her page.
Who
And
said,
she
"Oh, I don't
finds
like
them.
Janae. She's a terrible artist. She's not good." And she go find them.
And she says, who's your favorite artist?
And she get into their home.
She gets in. Yes, child.
See, this is what I'm saying. People get obsessed even with. I'm telling you,
People
with
get
this whole-
obsessed.
with the internet thing. People get very.
People get very
What was
obsessed.
that
People
sound?
get. That's my dog upstairs. He's
No,
you like it's a swarm here?
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Wait a
Ain't
minute.
no swarm around here, girl.
Oh
If you
my
out there, I
gosh.
like your artist.
Exactly.
If she asked me, whoever you like, I like.
Yes.
It was such a weird. It was such a weird movie. You know, when people make stuff like that, you wonder in their mind, like, what kind of person are you exactly?
Literally.
That you can come up with something so dark, so weird, but it was good. But it was you were watching, and be like, why am I watching this? And I
Sean,
couldn't
I'm gonna
stop
tell
watching
you,
it.
I think it's episode 6 when they show you the picture of the young lady in prison or going to jail. That's the young lady.
Is it?
Yes,
Because
Sean.
that's what's confused about this too. Is that 1 minute we're looking at Chloe and the girl, right, playing the movie, and then all of a sudden, that episode 6 or 4 is a few episodes actually. We're watching
that
this
is her.
detective.
Her name is
follow
Teresa.
the girl who doing all the killing. Like she's putting the.
Who
What
the
was
hell?
that?
What the hell?
What
We're
happened?
gonna stop talking about this right now.
What do y'all hear?
I heard something.
That's Patch.
Oh,
Patch is in the cage upstairs.
okay.
Oh
Because
my goodness, girl! I was about
Yes.
to
in
run.
real time.
I was about to run. I'm like, well, hold on. You don't scare
Wait
me.
a
Real
minute,
time.
everybody.
Here.
Real time.
Wait a minute, boy. We so black. You know you black win.
I'm like, Sean.
You know you black. As soon as you hear something, everybody they got. And I'm like, what? And y'all like. All I know, if y'all would have got up and ran, I would have ran
Patch,
too.
you quit it.
Yes, he's upstairs. He's crying in the cage because he want to come out, but he can't because he comes down and he knocks
But
over all my
Sean,
stuff.
it's real. She is real, and she's still out there.
I'm telling you, they said it's not real.
Man, Jackie, it's real.
I'm never gonna say nothing bad about nobody ever.
Jackie, it is a weird movie. Listen, if you guys watched it, please hit us up in the comments because it was one of the weirdest things I've ever watched.
It's real.
And I don't know if it's real or not. Nikki keeps saying it's real. When we Googled, it said she wasn't.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't know, but if it's real and she's still out there, may God be with you. Okay? May God be with you. I don't know.
May God be with you.
Protect yourselves, everybody.
I honestly, I'm not playing with y'all. Okay.
And you know, it's not something you won't watch it anyway because you don't
I
like
don't
that kind
like
of stuff.
scary movies.
No, you don't.
I don't
like
like scary.
It is not even
gory.
scary. It's,
I
yeah,
don't
it's
like
gory
none of
and
that
it's
stuff. It gets into
suspenseful.
my
Suspenseful.
soul and my spirit.
psychological
and I
thriller.
and it can't, I don't even don't mess with my psyche.
Yeah,
Don't. So
yeah. It was weird.
enough already. Next.
You know, speaking of the Beehive, they said that Beyonce has split with Adidas.
Yes, she has.
You know, because they was producing her Ivy Park wear.
Okay,
And-
they feel like they didn't do well.
She said she felt they was messing up.
Oh, that it
She
was
felt
them.
like they was dropping the ball and they was messing up. And you know what? They was, because first of all, when they come out with her line, why can't I never get none?
Oh, I got.
Why
Girl,
is it
I don't
always-
know what you do. I get
I don't
stuff
know.
all
I
the
can
time.
never get nothing. I gotta get stuff like after the fact because
you're
it's
not
always
you're not a part of Beehive.
at first. Wait a minute. I'm about to move this microphone, nigga. What? First of all, I am a part of the Beehive.
Well, I get stuff
We
all the
swarming
time.
all over the place.
I love Beyonce though, but I, ain't
I love
swimming
Beyonce. I love Beyonce, but so yeah, she
because
split with
because of that
Adidas.
movie. I don't want no one.
No, I'm not an obsessed
don't-
fan. We're not obsessed with people. I was obsessed with Michael Jackson, probably, but that's about it. But I love
love
Beyonce.
Prince, too.
You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. I love Beyonce, but I'm not obsessed with Beyonce. But yeah, so she split with Adidas, saying they was messing up when it came to her Ivy Park wear, and she signed with a different company now. I forgot the name of it, but she signed with a different company. So shout out to you, Beyonce. You always making moves, girl.
Yes, and I see
It's
you.
good. It's good for
I'll
the
be
women.
at the concert.
The women over 40. The women over 40 making it. doing
Making
what it do.
moves,
That's right.
doing what it do.
You know, you can't be mad.
Now let's talk about Black China.
Oh, well, she's getting all her stuff.
She
Her fillers out.
is,
She
yes.
removed her buttocks.
She removed everything. She said that she's not on OnlyFans anymore.
And she was making millions.
$240 million she made from OnlyFans. And some people say,
$240
now you know
million,
doggone well you
what
didn't
am I
walk away from
doing
all that
wrong?
money. But I don't
What
know.
am I doing wrong?
Why would you just make up a figure?
Listen, that's how much they said she was making off OnlyFans, and but she said that she left because her kids are beginning to notice things now. They're getting older, and now they're beginning to see and notice things, and she felt like she couldn't continue
I know
to do
what
it.
OnlyFans is. I'm sorry, I don't
It's
Yeah.
like
do
one
that.
of those
Subscription-based
apps
apps,
for-
yeah. People do a lot of talk about weird stuff. People do a lot of weird stuff on there. So people have some good stuff on there. Some people have some
I
weird
mean,
stuff
every
on there.
app they do some, there's
Something weird,
something
yeah.
weird,
But yeah, people are really commending her for now becoming Angela. You know what I'm saying? And taking out the butt injection. So she had actual butt injections.
That's her real name.
Yeah. Angela,
That's
yeah.
my middle name. Shout out to all the Angelas.
Oh yeah. And so she took off the nails and all the stuff, and she's really just trying to get back to herself. And she's going through this whole transition, this whole healing process. And listen,
I love it.
shout out to her. I
Yeah.
love it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being
She's
yourself.
beautiful without all that stuff.
And
Right.
she really made herself up. And then when she take it all off, she just looks way better.
I
And you
agree.
know who else looks way better? Megan Thee Stallion.
She's very pretty with
She's
the
pretty
makeup.
such a pretty girl
regardless.
when she takes off all that makeup. She's a pretty girl, but when she take off all that makeup, you really see her.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to now see her back on social media. Posting, and she's getting ready to do this big concert, I think, in April. They've been promoting it. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online and on TV as well. And so I just want to say, Megan, welcome back to the real world, girl.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, because we missed you. We understand what you went through, girl, and we're happy to see you back, thriving and looking beautiful and feeling good about yourself. She's been hitting the gym. She's really been doing
Yep,
her.
she's
I mean,
doing
she always
her.
had a beautiful shape anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
we're really happy about that. And then another movie that's coming out, which looks like it's going to be really good, is
Yeah, it's a gnat in here.
what is that? Right?
It's a gnat.
It's Tiana. I'm like, what? Tiana Taylor. She got this new movie coming out called what's it called? 1001. And it's about her being I think her coming out of jail and trying to help her son being a single mom. It looks really good.
Okay.
And it comes out on April. Is it April?
And
No,
what is
March
it?
31st.
Look
What
forward to
what
seeing
it.
what platform?
I want to say Peacock,
Oh,
Peacock.
but I can't. I'm not
Stepping
really.
it
I'm
up.
not 100% sure. Peacock is getting everybody.
Speaking of that, Mary J. Blige has a new series. It's out. It's called Wind Down with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
That comes on, I think, on Showtime. And I think she's only 2 episodes right now, but that's really good. And she's also talking about 2 movies that's actually coming out on Lifetime this June.
She's starring in the movies.
She's not starring, she directed it.
Oh, okay, Mary. Look at you.
Yes. So Mary J. Blige
Good.
directed it,
She's
and actually,
expanding.
it's, I think, 2 songs. I think it's Real Love, and I think it's another song. And basically, she reenacts. It's like it's like a nice little short movie about the song, and I think it
Nice.
talks about how she was at that time, and why she wrote the songs and all that other stuff. So
She
I
been
like
through,
it.
She's been through some stuff now.
She has been through some stuff. Well, listen, now we love Mary.
yes, and the last episode on Wind Down, she is actually interviewing 50 Cent.
Oh,
So
I like
think
50.
It's yeah, and actually I have more respect for him after seeing that interview, because he's really a nice guy, even though he could be on social media and keeping it real and
he
telling
knows
people
what
about
to do.
themselves.
He knows how
what
to
I
get
mean?
you riled
He knows
up.
how to get
But
you riled up.
yes, he knows how to get you riled up. But he's actually a nice guy, smart businessman.
He's very smart. He
and
is.
yeah, he's going places.
He really is. Just to see his transition, like we said before, into movies and TV with the BMF story. I mean, he is really doing
He's done
well.
good. He has
Yes,
his
he
little
is.
niche.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Niche.
And one thing he did say, not to spoil it for anybody, but he basically said he's basically following his artists, or I shouldn't say artists, his fans. So for instance, when he made the song you know, in the club.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, people were that age. Now I need to figure out how I can keep them entertained
Yeah.
as
older.
they get older. And then he brings out other stuff to reel in the other people who are
Yes.
younger.
So smart.
Smart guy.
He's very
Smart guy.
smart. You know, speaking of BMF, Miami.
This is
My
sad.
show.
You need to come talk to me. I need to consult with you about my
You
brand.
do. Like he does really well. He's a
Yeah.
smart guy.
Why don't you pitch to him, yo? I'm serious.
He should pinch to 50. 50
Yes, you
is
should.
good. He is. He's
Guys,
making real moves.
I need everybody out there to share this live and share this.
Everybody
segment.
out there in TV land.
I have so many shows. I have $1 billion in my phone. Forget
Oh, yeah.
the elevator.
She said, forget the elevator.
Okay? And so we need to have a conversation. I need everybody. I'm going to take this one little clip. And I need to have a meeting with you. 50.
I'm gonna need you to reach out to 50 and his peoples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be
And
a
you know,
good
you
look.
know who I am, Jackie. You know I'm gonna follow up with you. I'm like, did you hit up 50?
Well, let's do more than follow up. Let's call together.
Okay.
You got the number?
I'm gonna do the
Because
research.
Jackie said,
Let's
let's call
let's-
together.
I'ma do the
Girl, you got
research.
the number?
Let's do a.
I'm gonna do the research.
What's it called when you rally? What's it? Let's do a campaign.
Okay,
50 Cent
campaigning.
Pitch to 50 campaign.
Yes.
I'm gonna look
Pitch
that
to 50 before 50 campaign.
up.
Pitch to 50 before 50. I love it. I love it.
Pitching to 50 before 50. Come on. let's
That's
go.
right.
Well,
That's
listen,
right.
speaking of BMF, which is also one of my favorite
One of my
shows, too.
favorite. I need to go watch
Love
it while I'm
it.
cooking dinner. That part.
So, Young Miami had her first episode. And you saw it. What did you think of her acting in it?
I didn't think it was all that good.
I
sorry.
didn't
What show
either.
is
BMF. She wasn't
Oh, so
Black
believable to
family,
me.
Black mafia family. She was on the
I mean,
first.
I've seen
it was
BMF,
her
but
first
I didn't see
episode.
that episode. Listen, if you're watching,
This sounds like a PSA.
But you know what, Young Miami,
Young
I say
Miami-
keep at it. You know,
I didn't see it, so I'm just listening to these ladies. Go ahead.
First of all, I love Young Miami, and I love City Girls. I'm all about it.
we know this, Sean.
Yeah, I'm
We
all
know
about. Y'all
this.
know I'm all about them City Girls. I love them girls. But yeah, her acting can get better.
Right. It needs to get a little better, and that's it. It's all good. You know,
Yeah.
nobody.
Because she did okay in that movie. She didn't have that much lines in it, to be honest with you. That's probably why.
I didn't know what movie.
I forgot what it was, but she was in another movie with a group of girls, and she was in a movie. You know which one I'm talking about, Miami. And she didn't have that many lines, and she did okay in that. This one, she probably get better as it goes on.
She
But you
will
know
get
what? She's
better.
getting more opportunities, so
Yeah,
that's
she'll get
really
better.
good. She definitely will get
Well,
better.
listen. Here's the thing. Nothing beats a fail but a try.
Oh yeah,
And the thing about it is that I can't even be mad at you. You out there living your best
she
life.
doing it. She
That's
really
right.
is.
Her track record is about being the best. Doesn't even matter for her.
Mm-hmm.
She just has to show up to the party.
Yeah.
She didn't never profess to be the best rapper,
Nope, she
the
didn't.
best talk show host, the best actress.
Carisha,
Her
please.
her success is that she shows up in spaces that she might not be qualified for.
Yeah,
A win is a win, girl.
you
That's
winning.
right.
She's
win.
definitely winning.
That's right.
It's a win.
That's
She's
right.
definitely
You
winning.
know how
You know,
many people who are definitely more talented, right?
Oh yeah,
But
of
they
course.
they don't seize the moment. They don't show up because maybe they feel like they have to be so perfect. Her win and her superpower is probably, hey, I don't have to be perfect. I just need to show up in this
That's
role.
right.
I want to do it.
Yeah,
I like that, Jackie.
and she's
Good
doing
girl.
that. Yeah, and she's
She
doing
ain't
I
that.
didn't see the acting now. I don't know if I'll have the same. But I'm just saying.
But you know what? Listen, what you said is true. She's doing it. She's showing up in places, and she's getting herself out there to do all these different things that she didn't think she would be able to do before. So you're right. I'm super happy for
How
her.
many people? I mean, you've come across people that you'd be like, oh my gosh, you want to be an actress or you want to be a singer, or you'd be shocked that they do it.
But look,
That they
Mary
do it.
came a long way too.
Mary really did.
She has
Mary
come a long
came
way,
a
too.
long way, man.
She
I love
she
it.
wasn't the best singer in the
Nope.
beginning.
She wasn't the best
She
dancer.
wasn't the best dancer. She
Nope.
wasn't the best actress.
But
She
she was
wasn't the best
Mary.
entertainer,
But she was married.
but she came out and she did it.
And I think that that's something that we all need to remember, that people are going to love you for you, no matter what
What-
it is.
Yep.
Exactly.
You are your brand.
You are,
And so,
and
you
your
know,
tribe is out there.
Your tribe is out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling all my tribe. Where
gonna
y'all
say
at? Calling all the tribe.
Jackie's I'm calling on my
Pitch to
tribe.
50 before 50.
I knew it. I knew it. I love it. I love it.
Speaking of Young Miami, so Tyler Perry and Puffy are in the fight of their lives. to
Why
see
they just
which
can't
one
come
of them.
together?
I doubt it. See which one that will be able to buy
Why?
BET because BET's
Oh,
up for sale.
Puffy and
You
Just
know, and
come
I'm glad
together.
BET's up for sale because let me tell you something about BET.
I know. We already know you don't
Y'all
like
know I
BET,
like-
man.
I just
Every
don't
episode, she'd be like, I
understand it.
can't stand BET.
What happened to just like I said with MTV and BET? They don't play music anymore. Maybe MTV.
Yes,
still
they do. You just don't know it.
But you see what I'm saying? Because why? It's not popular.
well, let's talk
They
about
do it
this.
wee hours in the
Music,
morning.
the
Which
way
sucks.
The way the industry is for even streaming music and all of that, you can't even play music. Like I would like to do working out online. I can't even play music.
Yeah.
Because of all
Licenses,
this. It's like, what's the purpose of people really streaming if you can't even use it for, certain things? You get banned or muted. It's kind of like, what
Yeah.
are they doing? Like,
Yeah.
Think about it, Jackie. You are an artist.
right?
You would not want just anybody playing your music for just like that.
Promotion.
Right.
Listen, back in the day,
But that's what
there's-
TikTok does, though. People come out and put their music out on TikTok because they want it to blow up. They want to get deals. They want to do stuff. They want people to use it, stream
Right,
it.
so there are platforms, I guess, that you can, like TikTok, where they try to
Right.
get rid of that.
Yeah.
But like on Facebook and
It's
all that
impossible.
stuff, like it's very hard
Facebook
for
will
you
mute
to
you so quickly.
Yes.
quickly.
They will
They
mute.
will.
Facebook is probably one of the only platforms that will mute you like that. I don't know. YouTube would probably give you a warning and tell you like, hey, you're going to be this song is partially muted. I partially banned. They did that to me with the Beyonce thing. But Facebook will take your music away altogether. They just
you gotta be
silence
careful.
it out. Like, this is a silent video.
and block you from.
Yeah, and block you and give you a lot of issues on their platforms. Instagram don't do that because Instagram that's what the music is there for. You know
It's
what I
weird
mean?
because they owned by the same people. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
So basically,
I don't
it's
know
like,
what's going on. People, what are you doing?
yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't understand. I don't understand. And as a
Yeah.
What is
and
going on?
as a musician who's up and coming, like I can't even play my own music because I have it out on streaming platforms. I'll get banned.
That's crazy. You can't play your own music on your platform? That's crazy, Jack.
I get banned. So
Well, that might not be the one for you.
Just one thing. I don't know if you know about Lance Riddick. He's actually the actor that was on John Wick 4. He actually passed. I don't think they know what the cause was. I think he was also in the what other show he was in? Was it The Shy or something like that? Or
Oh, yeah,
something like
he
that.
did.
Yeah, he did pass.
I saw that,
you
too.
know, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. He
Love
used to
to
be
the
on The
family.
Wire.
Yes, that's it. The
He's
Wire.
known for The Wire.
The Wire.
Mhm.
The
He was big
Wire.
on that. That's crazy. You know what else came out this week too? Cheryl Lee Ralph admitted to being sexually assaulted too by a famous TV judge.
Yes, but he's saying that I don't know if it's true. I don't know what it is about it. And they saying that it happened 25 years ago. So I don't know.
She said, well, first of all, she never named who it was. And
It's
what's
Judge Brown or whatever his name is.
Yeah, people keep saying that, but she never said it was. She never said it was a black judge. She just said a judge. She said what happened was that they were on the same network, and she was walking. He came up behind her, grabbed her by her neck, turned her around, and stuck his tongue down her throat.
What?
Yes.
And never did anything at that time?
And she said it was in front of all these people, and nobody did anything. And she was just like pushed him off her in a state of shock that he did
one
that.
thing I can tell you, that wouldn't have been me.
That's crazy.
that's
You know what I
horrible.
mean? Like, I was just like, oh my God. You know, just the stuff as women that we
That we
deal
go
with
through.
and that we go through. You know, it really isn't. It's so crazy. I saw this thing on TikTok the other day where this man was in a drive-through window.
And what did he
Drive-through
do?
window and tried to take a woman. She stuck her hand out to give him something. He tried to put one of those zip ties with something on it around her wrist, and she pulled it back, and he drove off. But people are becoming so brazen with what they're trying to do these days. Like, you really have to be careful as women. You know, we really have to be careful as women and protect ourselves, like 100%. But yeah, she never came out and said who it was, and she won't confirm if it's Judge Brown. She just said that it was not Judge Mathis. That's one thing she did say. And speaking of Judge Mathis, his show got canceled after all these years. But I'm like, Judge Mathis, you've been on the show for like 40 years. How much longer did you want to be on?
I don't even know.
It's like, when is enough?
I don't even know if he was still taping. I thought it was just repeats.
I'm like, Judge Judy left. Why are you still here?
She did? That's
Yeah.
Still repeats are still on.
It's on repeats. But I'm just like, Judge Mathis, why are you still trying to be
I remember when a Judge Judy show.
judging? I think we should be done with that. So I was like, okay, great. Okay, sorry. Bye, Judge Mathis. You were too judgy anyway. But I guess that's your job.
Yeah.
Your
Judge
job
being
is to be judging.
Judging.
Let's talk about this other thing that's on here, and it's about the Caucasian women online talking about they don't wash their hands, which is why
So-
COVID spread the way it did.
Well, it was just a
I
set
have
of
not
women.
seen that.
Yes, I saw it. I was
saw a clip of it,
disgusted.
too.
And then one girl had the audacity to say, "Well, when I do number 2, I still wash my hands." What? So what are you saying? Why are you even washing your hands after number 2, but not doing it for anything else?
That's weird.
Like that's just disgusting. I don't know if it's just that they were just looking for a topic to talk about to just talk,
I think
or
so.
if it's
I-
just. I don't understand.
But you know what? To be honest with you, this is a lot of people. A lot of people don't wash their hands.
I work in the medical
don't.
field.
Watch
I
people.
know that.
You do know that.
That's why I am very fearful of eating after
Yeah.
people.
People don't wash
because
their hands, man.
I
They
take
just don't.
patients to the bathroom all the time, and they do not wash their hands. They think washing their hands with water. I'm like, the
No,
soap
you
is
need
right
soap.
there. Oh no, I didn't. No, I don't need soap. Okay.
some people. I saw some people say they don't even bathe with soap
Huh?
or a rag. They just bathe
I've
with
seen
their
that
hand.
too. I've seen that
And they
too.
feel like the water is just hot enough to keep them clean. You know it ain't
Let's
us.
not go there, please.
All I'm
Let's
saying,
not
it
go
ain't
there.
it ain't our people
Let's not go
that
there.
say that.
Let's not look at Let's not go there. I'm just the thing that it's the things that people say.
I'm
Makes you wanna
serious. This
go,
is how they feel, man. They don't want to clean themselves.
Wow. Wowie.
Oh
Okay.
my God, yo, this is listen. We can't make this stuff up, y'all. I swear to God, y'all know
We cannot.
exactly how this stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? And then the last thing here we have is Issa Rae opening a coffee shop.
Yes,
Oh,
I think it's
Isn't
their
that
love
fourth
cute?
one.
Issa Rae.
In
I
LA.
love Issa.
Issa
I
Rae.
miss-
I got a picture to you too.
I need you to get it together, Jackie. There's a couple
Jackie!
things you need to pitch for.
Jackie with the PSAs,
What about Tyler
y'all.
Perry? You need to pitch to him too.
Tyler Perry.
Jackie with the PSAs. Tyler Perry.
We're gonna
Well,
have a
hopefully you'll get to
conversation.
buy
I'm gonna pitch
BET.
you too.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I don't know
I
how much
agree.
BET is selling for, but yeah, him and Puffy are in a fight to get.
Look, at the end of the day, if you
BET.
cannot both get it, come together and buy it.
But you know, they're two different type of businessmen.
I'm
Because
about to
most
say,
people
they-
feel like
yeah.
if Diddy get it, people won't get paid, right?
You really think that?
That's what people feel about Diddy. People feel like Diddy don't pay his people and he treat them nasty. And then, of course, if Tyler get it, then Tyler, he's gonna black it out and he'll pay his people. So then people feel like Tyler should get it versus Diddy.
He's already working with like the
BET
streaming.
Plus.
Yeah, so I mean that would
It
be
would
the
make more
natural-
sense. I believe
There's
him
a
and
bunch of
Oprah.
shows.
Monique and Oprah are beefing, but I don't know what it's about.
Beef? Why?
I think it's from. Is it from?
Is it
back in-
still the same beef?
I don't know.
So
I don't
know.
know.
The
I
one
don't
thing
know.
I did hear is that's old beef though.
No, they're beefing about something new.
Oh well, then I don't know about
And
that.
I didn't
part.
get the full scoop of, but you know what? We'll get that for
Well,
y'all
they
next time.
probably have unresolved.
I know Monique has resolved or issues with a lot of people because of what was going on with her being blackballed before.
Yeah, yeah.
People did not
She's still
stand up
holding
for
on
her,
to a lot of that
and
anger.
I agree. People should have stood up for her, but
She's still
no.
holding on to a lot of that anger. She really
But
is.
let it go, sis. You doing your thing. I just love how 50 Cent brought her on to BMF.
Yeah.
Did you watch her other show, her movie? That was on what is it called? Something in Storyteller or something in something. It's a thriller.
I couldn't finish it. I
Oh,
didn't finish
no.
You
it.
didn't finish it?
And the
So you
reason
don't know
why,
what happened?
I don't know what happened.
Why
And
am
the
I
reason
even
why.
I'm gonna need you to
Huh?
watch it.
I'm just.
We talked
not-
about this the last time, Jackie, the
I
movie.
understand.
And I
You need
didn't
to
finish
finish
it
it.
because it was so unbelievable. I'm looking at Monique like, oh God, Monique, I can't even.
What was unbelievable?
You a bad chick, don't get me wrong. Yes, I believe you can kill people. I do. But it was just like, it just wasn't
okay.
believable
So
enough
you
for
do
me.
know what happened. Okay.
I don't know. I saw some of it, but I don't know how it ended. So I saw it close to that, but I was like, I can't watch no more of this.
Okay.
I don't believe you. You need more people.
She said, I don't believe you. You need more people.
You need more people. I don't believe you. I don't know what you want me to say to it. Oh my God. Listen. We cover a lot of topics. Is there anything that we
did.
miss?
I don't
I'm
think
sure
we
there
missed
is, but
anything.
we'll get it next
We'll
time.
get it next time. Guys, make sure you like and share this broadcast.
Oh my God. Like
You
and share.
Wait a second. We are on the Girl Take Note podcast platform.
We are in the studio.
You're not invited. That's the segment. You're not invited.
You're not invited.
You're not invited.
I like it. I like it. I like the name. Listen, I
love
like
the
us
name.
being in studio together. I do.
And I just love.
Okay,
the
I know
chair.
Nikki don't like to come out her house on Sundays.
I
That's
don't,
what she told
but you know, I
us.
see you trying to get me to come out because you're saying I like this in studio thing. But okay,
I do. Y'all don't like it? I mean, we can do virtually, but I like it.
We mix it up.
we can mix it up. I'm
Okay.
open.
It's nice.
I'm open.
It's beautiful.
All right, we'll mix it up sometimes. You know, we'll do in house, we'll do virtually. I get it.
Yes, I'm open to whatever.
Okay,
I like it.
As long as
I
it's
bet you
on
want her.
that's
the
what I'm
schedule.
saying. Oh, dead pun schedule. Huh? Well, we're gonna make sure we schedule it. Okay, Nikki. We're gonna make sure we schedule it, and we're gonna get our times together. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, at 1:00 the lighting was perfect. Okay,
What happened at 1?
at 1:00 the lighting in here was
So
absolutely
then, so we say
amazing.
we need to do it at 1.
Yes.
Okay, well, we did it at 3 because we was waiting for Jackie.
No, you were not.
I thought she was at church.
I was at church, but
I don't know why we did it at 3:00 today.
You had your massage.
Oh yeah, that part. I did. I did.
'Cause I'm like, I
Closed
could have.
mine like 11 something. Like okay.
I
I did too. I said, Jack, I thought we was doing it at 1. Jack's like, yeah, we was doing it. I'm like, Nikki said 3.
No, I had an appointment at 1.
Oh, well, then we do it because of you. How I get in this?
I thought you was at church.
Jackie said that we doing it at 3 because of you, ain't because of me.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, hey, we here.
We here.
We here, guys.
We'll
Listen,
try
we
1
did.
o'clock another
we
time.
Did. We did 1 o'clock. We'll try another time. We'll try to give it a better time. We are excited that y'all joined us on live. Listen, it's our first live show for You're Not Invited. You know, tell us what you think. Make sure you share. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. And listen, I think that's it. I'm Shawnee Sanders,
I'm Jack Sams.
And I'm Nikki DeVerger.
and we're gonna see you guys next time. Now I got to get up to turn off this live.
All right. Well,
So
you get it.
this is gonna be all a part of the video.
So I
can't because we live. I can't edit this out, y'all. This
Jackie's
all
like-
gotta be in it.
Jackie's like, you know, I thought she was going to take it off too. She's bringing her phone closer.
I thought she was gonna hit the end button.
Yeah, you know, I don't know how to take it off.